The sun has set on a cold UK day, drizzly and grey. People all around are heading home to sit in front of the box, or they're out and about in London town ready to get freaky in the clubs and in the pubs. But for all of those in the know, for all of you goose shoe gangsters out there, for all of you steep sisters, for all of my brew brethren out there, you know the score. For all of you people, you know there's only one place to be, and that is right here for Mei Leaf Sessions number 11. Hello, 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 one and all. Did you miss us? We are coming at you live, broadcasting from London town. As always, do let us know that you hear us and that you see us. I'm going to quickly pull up the chat room to make sure that you guys are hearing us loud and clear. Yeah. Welcome, I'm here with Celine.
Hello.
Looking all fancy with her silver Adidas and her Teahead. I'm looking a little bit more kind of, low key. She's ready to go party, clearly. So hello, welcome. London town calling. Where are you drinking? Let us know in the chat room.
Wow.
Get involved in the chat room. Pop your chat room cherry. Get involved, don't be frightened. The Teahead crew out there are all going to be very, very nice to you. Say hello in the chat room and we will give you some shout outs. We've got Sally Ito, we've got West B, we've got Saif, we've got Parayo, we've got Natasha. Let us know where you're drinking from and what you are drinking, from Sydney to Stockholm, from, oh, I shouldn't have started this, Cornwall to Calcutta, from Beijing to Bournemouth. This is the biggest global tea gathering, and you guys out there, affectionately known as Teaheads, are most welcome into our living room. Hello, cherry popped. Joseph, you definitely are not a chat room virgin. We know that. All right, so you want to give some shout outs?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to say shout out to Petra Anderson and Martin Hughes. I'm sorry that I didn't get to see you guys. When was it? Yesterday.
Time flies.
Time
certainly flies.
It sounds like you guys are absolute legends. So hopefully next time
it was a fun time. So we've got Jan from I missed it. It's going too fast. We've got the Clyde 1993. I'm going to show the chat room just quickly so that people can see what's going on. My computer's being super slow suddenly. Hopefully it'll speed up. All right, we've got Interrupted Cadence, drinking Downtown Hen Party, nice, joining us. Mountain Mekong Tea, welcome to your first live chat, hello. Petra, as Celine said, she missed you, but I did not. It was lovely to meet you, and thank you so much for that delicious malt loaf that you gave. Seriously, that was pretty next level stuff. You certainly need to be a baker. Canterbury, hello. Justin, hello. Femke, hello. Little Mantis, hello from Czechia. Berlin calling from Simat. We've got Gabrielle, the Swiss Army. Big up the Swiss crew. We've got Marianne Fleur. Hello, Marianne Fleur.
See you.
World famous now on Instagram. With your 1,500 followers. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Pretty nifty stuff, getting up to 1.5K so quickly. Scott Phillips from Tennessee. Hello. MS from Germany, Cologne. T-Vangelist from Arizona.
Oh my god.
All of you guys are most welcome. We're going to turn this off and we're going to get involved.
With the tea.
Let's first of all drink something.
Yeah.
Right, so first of all, before we crack on, we're going to drink some cold brewed Sencha.
Our newest Sencha.
Okay, so yes, we've got a new Sencha, Merioku Sencha. It has literally come out 2 days ago or something like that. It's a new Sencha that's come in, 2018 Sencha. So we are tasting it. Let me just get the focus sun going.
This is a cold brew version, just so you guys know.
So this was kind of more like room temperature brew, ambient brewing, some people call it. I still call it cold brewing. Why is it that whenever we start, there's an issue with something? Now it's the mouse. Okay, well, we'll live with it, people. We'll live with it. We'll live with it. This new mouse was supposed to make life easier. Okay, so this is a cold brew Merioku Sencha. Look at that lovely, vibrant color.
Hello, Adriana from Italy. Welcome, welcome.
Ah, refreshment.
How did you
incarnate.
You brewed it, so what did you do? How many grams?
It's unknown. Massive handful. It's a massive handful of Sencha.
Typical
Mei Leaf
dog.
Sencha
Throws
with
it in.
room temperature water. I basically went to the warehouse, went into the new stash, just grabbed a handful, threw it in a pack, and took it home. And that's now been brewing for. It brewed for about an hour.
That's perfect.
It's just lovely, right? So let's talk about this taste.
Oh, Federico, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sir Federico. Happy birthday. So we've got creamy elements here. It's interesting.
It's very creamy. Actually.
Creamy.
And it's got the grassiness. I usually get like that cooked spinach, but it's got a little bit of like sweetness, like a floral sweetness.
Yeah,
I'm trying to change my ways of explaining.
No, they're fine. So we've got like a salty sweet oatmeal sweetness. You know that salt sweet porridge, which I love. Whenever you make porridge, you just put a little bit of salt in with the sweetness. It's got those vegetal notes. It's got a nice umami note. Nothing too extreme, but it's definitely there. This umami, a kind of like brothy, slight roast chicken skin, a little bit of that saltiness in there.
With a bit of sweet corn.
With a bit of sweet corn, the corn sweetness in there.
Yeah, but the roast chicken skin thing, that's good.
But that theanine, you can tell. This is what we need. Wake us up. Get those brain connections forming in a slightly different way. Just switch us into another loop so that we can hopefully entertain you for 2.5 hours. So this is Mei Leaf Sencha.
Yeah.
We are going to do a giveaway of this because it deserves a giveaway. It's a delicious, delicious tea. It's one of the best Senchas we've tried this year. We tasted a lot of Senchas. In fact, 2 live sessions ago, you may have seen that we were tasting Senchas. We were talking about the different steaming lengths and Senchas. We tasted many Senchas. This one came out trumps every time, every blind tasting. Mei Leaf Sencha. You should definitely check it out. We've got a whole range of our Japanese teas have just come in. Okumidori, Gyokuro, Hoji Chai, Genmai Chai, etc. Anyway, I'm jumping ahead. What I want to do first...
Anthony Tam, first of all, shout out to you. Hi. I just saw that you mentioned us. Yeah.
So lots of birthday wishes going out.
That's so nice.
The color of the tea is awesome. It is true. It is an awesome color. It's the Japanese radioactive greens, but they are delicious.
It's much greener than what it looks like from what I'm seeing here.
Oh yeah? Yeah, it looks a bit more orange on the screen. That's true. It's a little bit more greener in real life. Okay, so what's coming up on this show? First of all, we're going to be giving you the news from Mei Leaf HQ. I feel like we should have a little jingle, like dum 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 dum. News from Mei Leaf HQ.
Should I make something
I think
for
next time we've got to do a jingle, maybe, if we have time. So we're going to do news from Mei Leaf HQ. Then we're going to be doing a tasting of Downtown Hen Party, our Huangpian Hen Party, our Huangpian Pu'er tea, which is from Iwu, which is the sister or brother or some relation of Nectarator, which you probably have seen a video for. If you haven't, then you really need to see our tea trip video. So we're going to be doing a tasting and a giveaway of that. Then we're going to be announcing our big giveaway, our yearly big splash. We are doing a competition this year. We've been working furiously over the past day, actually, trying to get this together. It was a late night last night trying to do all the artwork to get this together. So I hope that you're going to get involved. I really like this competition. It's going to be a big one. We're going to be talking about that. Then we're going to be doing a blind tasting of Eastern Beauty. We're going to be doing a blind tasting of our Eastern Beauty, which has just come in, against a competition grade Eastern Beauty to see if we can pick the Mei Leaf tea. Now,
love that. That's cool.
Last time, we couldn't tell the difference between a Lost Robe and an Eastern and Empress Oolong.
Why do you have
we
to
still feel
us?
the shame for that, but this we need to make sure we don't screw this one up because this is a big one. Okay, so we're going to do that. Then, excitingly, we've received some aged white tea samples. We're going to be doing a Jade Star 4 sampling to see whether or not these teas are good enough to be called a Jade Star. So we're going to be tasting these live with you to see what they're like. We don't know what they're like. Hopefully we've got some winners. You never know. We've tasted, again, many aged white teas. We haven't found a Jade Star, so we are searching. And then finally, we are going to be tasting a couple of black teas which have come from Japan and have been made by a Teahead that probably a lot of you know out there.
Marjorie.
So, you've just given it away.
Oh, sorry.
It was meant to be a whole build-up.
Oh, no, sorry. No.
Okay, so yes, Marjorie or Mima, since it's now out of the bag.
No.
She's in Japan, playing playing in the tea fields, working hard, I'm sure,
She's
as well.
working very hard.
And I saw she was with Exotique as
Yeah.
well. So like they're like hanging out, having a good time
Let's
out
hang
there in
out.
Japan. And she kindly sent us a couple of samples of black tea, which she made with her own hands. So I thought, hey, we have to bring it to the crew and taste it at a Mei Leaf Sessions. Right, so that's what we're doing. I hope that you're hearing us. It looks all good. Cheers, everyone. Another sip of this.
Oh my God, sorry. Yeah. That's
You gave it away. No, I didn't. I never tell you what you're going to do, so you didn't know. All right, so first of all, what's happening? Let me just check the focus. What's happening at Mei Leaf? So we've got Mei Leaf HQ. Let's pretend there's a jingle. Mei Leaf HQ, Mei Leaf HQ. All right, so first thing to say is Mei Leaf Sessions, these live sessions, we are probably going to be doing these every couple of months rather than every month. The reason for that is not that we don't love you and we don't want to hang out, but really we've got so much content that we want to get through. I was looking through the schedule of all the videos that we want to get through over the next 3 to 4 months, and there are so many that we really need to knock through them. And I think that it just makes it more special if it's every couple of months. So the next Mei Leaf session is going to be the 1st of December 2018. That is when we're going to be announcing the winner of this big competition, which we're going to announce, and it's going to be our celebration. We are certainly going to try to get some guests, hopefully, for that one. So 1st of December 2018 is the next Mei Leaf session. Last session, I have to say, was a bit extreme for me.
It was extreme. I find it intense, but after the live stream, that was KO'd. KO'd.
The last session
So
just knocked me out. It really did knock me out. Yes, it was intense. There was a moment about 1.5 hours or 1 hour 45 minutes into the session where I literally thought I might need to just like call it quits because I was spinning. If you look back at that video, don't do it now, but if you look back at that video, you can see there's one point where I'm just like, oh my God, please don't put any more pua in that guy one. It was extreme.
I really didn't realize, sorry. I was like, let's put more. Oh my
So yeah, that was pretty extreme. Anyway, so what else is happening? We're doing that Longan Lapsang giveaway. For those of you who have tried the Longan Lapsang, okay, we're not big smoked tea drinkers, but this tea is something special for me and for a lot of people that have tried it. It is a real winner. It's really amazing with that Longan wood smoke, that fruity wood smoke is a big difference in my opinion to the pine wood and also just Tongmu.
Yeah, man. I mean, when I smelled it, I was a bit like, oh, it's another smoked lapsang. But when the leaves were wet, like rinsed, that's when I understood what you meant. That's when I was like, okay, there's a lot more going on here.
Really amazing. It was like mashed bananas, milk chocolate, super sweet, very fruity. So if you didn't see our video, I've forgotten when it was. Last week, last Saturday, then you need to enter that competition. All you have to do is email ilovetea@meileaf.com. That's all you have to do, and put Lapsang in the subject. You need to send that email before the 14th of October, I think, or 13th. Let's make it 13th just in case. And just send us that email. As soon as you send us that email, you will be logged in and we will make sure that you are entered into that competition, and then we'll select some winners so that you can receive and taste, hopefully, this Longan Lapsang, which is pretty special. What else is happening? We have an event coming up for those of you in the UK or those of you passing in London town. We have this event coming up. Let me quickly show you guys. This is our tea after dark. This is happening on the 18th of October. It's a tea tasting workshop with me. We're going to be tasting 3 different teas. I haven't selected them yet. And then we have very special guests, Monarchy, group, a couple of incredibly talented young ladies who are making music in London, and one of them just so happens to work with us, but forget all that. The music is incredible and you need to check it out. We've only got 26 places available. Anybody who wants to join in and have a ticket to drink tea, drink Gong Fu tea after dark, and listen to the music is most welcome to join us. Make sure that you email us if you're interested in grabbing a ticket. Sure. Okay, what else is happening? Let me just pull up my notes here. Right, so we've also got new products. I guess that you are expecting lots of products coming through. So let me just pull up the chat room because I know you want to see what people are saying.
I know the first thing you guys are thinking.
Yeah, all right. So
like,
first of all, Guru News.
Guru News.
Guru News, okay? Guru News. So, I seem to be cursed.
Oh man.
With this Gong Fu Guru, which is why this one is definitely the last iteration of the Gong Fu Guru as we know it.
Such a great product, but man, it's so annoying to get made.
It's like those things, isn't it? It's like if you know that there's a challenge involved, you just got to try and overcome. But yes, we had all of these nice plates made, and they were about to be shipped to us about 3 weeks ago, so that we would get them nicely in time in October, all good, that we would have them here well before Christmas, well before any of you wanted to pick up any Christmas presents. And then I got a lovely text while we were in New York, because we were in New York for a little while. While I was in New York, I got a lovely text saying that they're finished, they're ready to ship, but there's a slight problem. They are about 1/2 centimeter too small on one side.
Why?
1/2 centimeter.
Why?
1/2 centimeter, man, 1/2 centimeter. That's a big amount. That's a big error. 1/2 centimeter wrong is what the heck is going on? I don't know. So we said no bueno, no dice. They have to be made all over again. They have just been finished. Just been finished. I was told a couple of days ago, and so we're now struggling to find a way to get them here on a boat. And China is on national holiday, which is really helpful. And so they're not back to work really until kind of Monday. So Monday we're going to know more, and then we'll get it on the quickest boat that we can. And, you know, there's nothing I can do. If I could get over there and paddle, I would, but I can't. So, you know, if I just go there, maybe like using an oar could speed it up by a day. We are going to be trying to get it here and get it here as soon as we can. And we will, of course, let you know. Yeah. We've got Chaozhou clay pots, Master Wu pots are back in stock. Yeah. Japanese teas, as I said, are back in stock. Eastern Beauty is back in stock, and we're going to be tasting that tonight. We have all of our Tongmu teas back in stock. Souchong Liquor, Little Tongmu, and now Longan Lapsang. We've got Moonlight White back in stock.
Oh, yes.
We've got the Blue Guy 1 back in stock. So it's all coming back to us now. We've got lots back in stock. We've got this little fella.
This little fella.
If my phone decides to switch on. Okay, can you bring it?
Yeah, I love this little fish. We had it for a long time, didn't we?
We had it, and in the last session, we had a few people asking us, tilt it to the side so they can see.
I really can't see what I'm doing.
Can you tilt it to the side? Just, no, like show profile.
If you
yeah, there you go.
Take off that page, I could help myself more.
There you go. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this little fella's back in stock, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got another Teapet in stock. If you look online, you can see that one as well. So lots and lots of products in stock coming in. What else is happening? Oh, we want to know how we can improve our Mei Leaf content. And you guys out there are obviously the best people to ask. Therefore, if you look in the description of this video, you will see a link to go to a Google form. It's just a few questions. You don't have to do it now. Don't disappear. You can just do it afterwards. But if you check in the description of this video, you will see a link. And if you go there, there's a few questions just to get your feedback on how we can amp up and ramp up the quality of Mei Leaf content next year. So we're just planning next year's stuff, and I really want to make sure that we get your input and your feedback. So please do get involved. It would be really, really good. Okay, giveaway time. 20 minutes in, we're doing well. Time is good. We're going to do some giveaways of Sencha, and I'm going to factor in a large delay here. So you can start writing Sencha whenever you would like. And we're not gonna, you can just do it multiple times. We're gonna select a couple of people to win a couple of samples of this Sencha.
Yeah! What am I doing?
Just check that everything's online here, that we're all good. Okay, all right.
I love giveaways. Let's do this.
Let's do this. So the first giveaway of the night, let's see how lucky you are. Do it. Let's see if my keyboard works. This is always the problem.
Stop!
Okay, so we have got Lao Rao, we've got Bluefully, we've got Copernicum 277, Crimson Sun 88, Michelle Teahead Scientist, and Sandra Vogel. Go.
Okay, cool. Two.
Bluefully.
Bluefully.
Well done. Congratulations. You've won a couple of samples of Sencha. For all of the winners who we announced tonight, make sure that you email us through our website, and you need to give us the following information. You need to give us your username on YouTube, your real name and address, and what you won. Please, if you give us that information, it will make life a lot easier. Spin another one.
Yay! La la la. Feel like a kid. I love doing this.
Long thing. Okay,
Stoppy.
We've got Femcare, we've got Mad Martin, we've got Manish, we've got T-Vangelist, we've got Bois83, and we've got H. Athe.
3.
Manish Suhanda. Make
Congrats.
sure that you email us through our website. Let us know your username, your real name and address, and what you won. Okay, let's move on. We are now going to drink some downtown hen party. If you're drinking along with us, then break out the cake and let's do it. And let's show everyone the artwork here. So the idea behind this cake, first of all, for those of you who don't know, this is a huang pian, which means it's the large yellow leaves. The large yellow leaves are usually kept for the farmers. They drink it themselves. It's never mixed in with the prime pickings. But it's a great way to experience gushu puer, because this is a gushu. It's a great way to experience gushu puer from an expensive area, but much more affordable. This is currently about £34 compared to Nectarada, which is made by the same farmers from the same plantations with the choice pickings, and that costs about £115. So it's a quarter of the price, there or thereabouts. Show them the cake.
Yes.
So you can see much larger leaves here and much more yellow leaves. Huang pian means yellow leaf.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a lovely, lovely cake and very, very easy to break. If you look online at the product page for this, you'll see that all of the tasting notes are currently empty and they just say coming soon. Not very helpful. However, a lot of people have bought it despite that. So I thought we are going to do these tasting notes together, right? So all of you people out there who have Downtown Hen Party,
so cool.
We're going to see if we can find some of your tasting notes maybe afterwards, but feel free to write them in, throw them in here. If you're drinking Nectarada, then
Booyah.
enjoy your Nectarada. I've been drinking a lot of Nectarada recently. It seems like every session I have with people is involving Nectarada. So I now have a very clear memory of what Nectarada tastes like. I haven't tasted this in about 3 weeks. So I'm interested to see how that comparison plays out, and I'm sure you are too. So make sure you heat up the teaware. Yeah. Which tea pet are we going for, guys? Do we want the buffalo, the pig, or the fish? Fish face, piggy.
Fish face.
I don't know.
Buff guy.
Buff buffalo.
Buff buffalo.
The buff buffalo. Let us know in the chat room. We'll pick it. You guys pick a tea pet out there. This guy is probably a bit too big. but we'll maybe
I love
break
this
them out
guy.
for the
Yes,
small one.
he's huge, but he's great for putting stuff on. Look at that. Sometimes ashtrays can be something else.
Yeah, those of you
Yeah.
who say, how can I get this tea pet? This is actually an ashtray, but we bought it as a tea pet because we thought it's too cool. We need to have it. It may be a bit big, but it's designed for an ashtray. We've never used it as an ashtray. It is just a tea pet for us, or not just. It is being elevated to a tea pet status. But yes, it was an ashtray. So what are we getting? Fish buff, fish buff, fish buff, fish buff. Oh,
You better do the
poor
fish.
Piggy. Piggy definitely gets.
Looks good. All right.
I reckon it's fish, isn't it?
Fishy is winning.
Fish is winning. Okay. All right.
Let's baptize him.
So let's talk about Downtown Hen Party. Since we're here, we'll quickly scope this tea. This tea is from Yiwu. This is a spring 2018 tea. In fact, it was picked when we were there, which was in beginning of April 2018.
Yeah.
From Yiwu, from those farmers that you should know very well, from Yiwu, from Gaishan Village, Yiwu. You should check it out. If you haven't seen the video, go check out that video. It's called Tea Hunting. I think it's called Tea Hunting.
I think
in China. Just check out that video if you want to see the landscape, the beautiful environment, and this incredible family of farmers that we spent some days with. They showed us a lot of hospitality, and they showed us how they were picking and making this, and we filmed it, and you guys need to check it out. If you haven't seen it already, I'm sure most of you have seen it already. So this is the Huangpian version. So when we were speaking to this farmer, I said to them, after we did that deal, remember we made the deal for Nectar Raider, which was a big kind of stress moment for me.
Oh, yeah.
We did the deal, and after that I said, can we buy some of your Huangpian? The first answer to that was no. We need to keep it for ourselves, which I understand. I mean, fair enough. They're picking all this tea and processing all this tea, and then they're selling it all. They want to drink some tea for themselves. So I totally appreciate that. But then, you know, I said, what about a small amount, like 50 kilos? And she said, well, with me and my sisters, plantations and their neighbors' plantations, they could amass, if they picked enough from everybody, they could amass enough to sell us some. So this is, kettle away from the microphone apparently.
Oh, sorry.
If you maybe move it, can we move it further away?
Oh yeah.
Because it's probably disturbing everybody. So we managed to get some, and the result is Downtown Hen Party. And the reason why the artwork is not our classic character with like we always do, like an animal character. We figured it was much more about representing village life in Yunnan, and so it's like a village life snapshot, the hens walking past, the older lady who's sitting next to her baskets of tea. And I'm very excited to try it. So let's heat up this guy one.
Yeah. Sorry about the kettle, guys. Da, da, da.
Are you going to go out afterwards?
I don't know.
You look like you're ready to go party.
I could, but I'm working early tomorrow, so probably not such a
Oh,
great
you're working
idea.
early tomorrow?
Yeah. With
So for those of you in the UK, 9 a.m, she'll be there.
I'll be there.
All right, we're not weighing it, right?
What do you mean?
No, let's just throw it in.
You love to do that. Right?
Yeah, I love to do that. It's good, build up your instincts, eyeball it.
Look at that big leaf.
Wow, that's a big leaf.
Oh my goodness.
This is the great thing about Huangpian is it's so easy to break. Super easy to break up.
You hardly need a poor pick.
But we want a lot of it in here because this is a Huangpian, which means the Huangpian is not going to have the same level of intensity as the finer pickings. More.
Okay.
Give me more. However, I also find that it just has a different flavor profile. Obviously, the leaf has matured. Did I finish scoping this tea? I didn't.
No,
Season,
you didn't.
April 2018. Cultivar is the Daiyezhong variety. Origin is from Yiwu, Gaoshan village in Yiwu, in Yunnan, in China. The picking and processing this is yellow leaf. Wow, okay, yes, this is a lot. This is yellow leaf, and the elevation I think was about 1,600 meters from my recollection. That's how we do with our guy ones. I don't know about you guys, but that's how we do. So this is
how we do.
So let's give this a smell.
That's what we did with, wasn't that what we did with sour sap, and that completely...
Yeah, see, it always starts this way where I'm like, go for it, go for it, go for it, and then yeah, it's gonna be a big issue later on. But you know,
it's alright.
Hang around and see what happens.
We can handle it every 2 months.
Smell is, again, I'm getting that classic iwu sweetness. I'm getting very, very honeyed notes. But there's definitely a little bit more spice, a little bit more of a savory note going on in there. A little bit of, I want to say kind of curry leaves or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's
you know,
good.
A little bit of curry leaf in there, just something that is you know, something that's a bit more savory than the Nectarator.
That's true. A bit slightly soy saucy.
Yeah.
And a little, but then there's still that floral note that you get with the Nectarator, which is a bit like lilacs, maybe? Is it lilacs?
Lilacs, yeah. Sweet flowers, honey, and a little bit of curry leaf or some sort of spice, some sort of herb like that, savory herb.
Yeah, or maybe more in between lilac and chamomile. If you mix the two together.
What are you getting? Let us know if you're drinking along. What are you getting on the dry leaf? I'm glad that you enjoyed your sour sap sample. I'm just reading it while you're rinsing these leaves. This is about, I think, 150 mil, Guy One, or 180 mil. I forget. Sorry, guys. I should know since I
think it's
sourced
180.
Yeah, but there's a lot of leaf in here.
La, la, la.
And we are going to give this a rinse. So with Huang Pian tea, because it's larger, you are going to, you know, ooh, wow. I was going to say you were normally going to steep it a little bit longer, but since we've got so much leaf in here, check out the color of that rinse.
Wow. Do you want me to bring it?
No, it's fine. The color of the rinse is already golden. Okay, so what are we smelling?
Oh my god. So deep. But so good. Okay.
Fishy's getting a nice dousing. Start the session off right.
I get a bit of apricot jam mixed with some forest honey.
Nice.
And a little bit of fresh leather.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Really? Oh, good.
Connection. Yeah, fresh leather. Really, really fresh leather.
Sometimes it's good to like smell and then just think about what you smelled rather than when you're in the Guy One. Sometimes it's hard.
There's a real minerality on the smell. I'm getting a lot of rockiness. I'm getting slatey rockiness. I'm getting leather. I'm getting those forest honeys, those deep honeys, but I'm also getting more of those autumnal notes than with the Nectarator. I'm getting a little bit more of those kind of autumn leaves, a little bit more woodiness, almost like it's moving into an aged territory a little bit.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of, is it girole mushrooms?
Girole. Girole.
Is it, how do you say it in English?
Girole, but it sounds much better the way you say it.
Sometimes.
And there's a little tang as well. A little spicy tang to it as well. I want to say, did you say apricots already?
Yeah. Did I? I was thinking it, but
it's definitely got
jam apricot. I was saying
apricot jam tang to it.
But you're right. It's like a spice. Maybe it's like is it black pepper?
Yeah, maybe.
No, I think it's something more fragrant than that, though.
It's interesting because on the one hand, it's more. I think it's more. On the one hand, it's more raucous and a bit more wild than Nectarator, which is just a bit more refined in its smell.
Yeah.
But in other ways, that's quite exciting because it's got that, it's got that wilder taste. All right.
Yes.
Aroma.
In terms of a forest, like in terms of nature, where would you put it though? That's what I'm trying to think. Like,
Swebelina says, fresh rolls have an apricot scent. I didn't know that. Thank you very much.
Nice.
A little bit of cinnamon. Thank you very much. A little bit of nutmeg. Thank you very much. See, I like it when there's some tasty notes coming through. We should do this more often. In fact, why don't we just do this more often?
Yeah, that would make it a lot easier.
Get everyone like on
We
board.
send you the teas.
We do the hive mind,
And yeah.
hive tasting.
Oh my god.
Hashtag hive tasting. Dried apricots, yes.
That's
I'm
such
glad
a
that you
nice
get it.
hashtag.
It's so nice to do tasting notes when you've got all these people actually
Can I
getting
brew it?
involved. Yeah, go for it. But let's brew short because that's a lot of...
There's a lot of leaves. You didn't mess around.
We're going to go unfiltered, baby.
Yeah.
Because it did look very thick already.
Oh my goodness.
How are your Guy 1 skills going out there, guys?
Oh yes.
What's the score with the Spider-Man paw? For those of you who don't know, that's the Spider-Man paw.
I love it.
Yeah?
It's actually quite hard with the big guy one. It's easier with the small guy one. Just saying. But what's that one?
Just want to get some
Some
more out.
moves.
Okay.
Getting some moves done.
Show the liquor.
Showing the liquor. Na, 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 na.
And we have focus. Beautiful, cloudy, orange, yellow, gold. It is delicious. I know, we need smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
We need smell-o-vision. Okay, let's
Big
taste
time.
this. Ah, nice. We haven't drunk any tea today apart from that Sencha.
Yeah.
So I am super pumped. This looks like jelly. Do you see how thick that is?
My gosh.
Wow, that looks like Gyokuro style thickness.
Whoa. That is thick.
Ooh.
Okay, can I just say?
Go.
A lot of leaves is great.
Yeah. Shizzle, yeah.
You know what? With a Huang Pian, it makes it super good.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
It's got, the first thing that I noticed is it's got this kind of dark plum bitterness. You know, when you get that dark,
Yes.
sweet plums, prunes, prunes, I mean, dried plums, prunes. But when it's got this sweet but a little bit of bitter, and it's so nice.
Maybe you're thinking of like the skin of the plum.
Yeah, the skin of the prunes,
Not
prunes. Though.
Sorry, prunes.
Yeah.
Not so much the puree inside.
And it's got creaminess as well. It's got a very interesting creaminess. Again, like prunes. But very sweet, very easy drinking. It doesn't stray from the Yiwu.
Yeah, Nectarator.
Or just the general Yiwu classic Yiwu characteristic, which is
True.
very easy drinking. For those of you who are drinking Nectarator, it's just so it's so easy drinking. You can just keep infusing. It's just sweet.
But saying that, like last Yiwu Tipple Twister was quite zesty compared to.
It's true.
These ones.
And that's why we called it Tipple Twister, because it was a little bit weird for an Yiwu.
This is very floral. Like, whilst you were talking about the milkiness, I was getting a lot of flowers. Very similar to Nectarator.
Which flowers, though?
But,
Kentucky John says there's a hint of orange zest. Agreed.
Agreed.
Sauteed bananas in there. Maybe that's the creaminess I'm getting.
Oh, yeah.
I see where you're going. I see where you're coming from. Yeah. So a little bit of that little burnt banana. It's just there, but that bitterness is honestly on a poor level. It's almost
nothing,
non-existent,
like
but it's just there, and it's really giving a lovely sweet feel in the mouth.
It's like a little tingle. It's not really a bitterness. It's like a little tingle on your tongue, you know? It's got that, which I really like about Pua.
So someone got their timing wrong. I don't know if that means it was too weak or too strong. Let's hit it with some more water. We're hitting it with what temperature water?
Right now it's 93 degrees.
93 degrees.
I should do it at 100, but
You
I'm
know
aware
what?
of the sound.
But also with these sheng puers in general,
I will hit it.
there's nothing wrong with you hitting it with slightly cooler water. In fact, because it's kind of imitating a green tea in many ways, I'm more and more moving towards slightly lighter.
And longer.
Slightly lighter, not necessarily longer, just more leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, just more leaf. But yeah, don't be frightened to experiment with temperature. As always, all of the brewing instructions that we give you are guidelines only.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of the time we have to do the packaging even like before we've really had a chance to explore and experiment with the teas. So, Oftentimes we go, oh, actually, I would prefer an extra 5 seconds here.
True.
It is a lot of leaf in here.
I'm just going to answer a quick question that I just saw.
Go for it.
Trite76, hi. The t-shirts that we sell, the Teahead t-shirts, do you remember how much they are? I can't remember.
Which one's the one you're wearing?
Just the ones that we're selling.
I think they're about £20.
Pounds?
We're planning to do some more t-shirts
Yes.
this year if we have time to sit down and get on with some design work.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, so you know we're working on it. We'll see if we can do it.
Cheers.
So we're drinking. For those of you who don't know, we're drinking Gushu Pua 2018 Huangpian Yellow Leaf. So therefore, it's going to be made with the lower leaves, and there is a definite difference. It's kind of got an interesting savory note to it. So Martin Hughes says, not a bitterness, not even really an astringency. It's more like a savory note having a fight with the sweetness.
Yeah,
I like it. That's true.
That's true.
They compete with each other and treat us as we drink. That's exactly what we're trying to say, but you said it better.
Yeah,
okay?
thank you.
So thank you very much. You want to be here instead of us. So yes, it's that kind of interplay. Whereas the Nectarator is straight up sweet. It definitely has complexity and interesting notes. But it's that lower leaf material just had a little bit more of a kind of a little bit, I would say, you're more moving in towards the more woodsy elements, the
That's what I wanted to say,
the woodsy notes, without it being too autumnal, a little bit more woodsy.
It's autumnal.
This is Hen Party.
Yeah. Hen Party, yeah.
Sorry, I'm answering a question.
Hen Party.
It's not like I'm just going, this is Hen Party. So I should say, Aidan, yes, this is Hen Party.
It's true though, it is a lot more kind of woody than the Nectarator.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. I like.
No, I love it.
You know, woody pours. But
and there's the definite minerality as well. There's there is a slight dryness to the minerality.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice and juicy. I
it's
think
that slight saltiness.
yeah,
with
it's
the
a slight
flowery
saltiness.
notes.
It's just a little bit more crazy, I would say. There's certainly something to be said about the refinement of Nectarator as this really sweet iwu.
Yeah.
And this is just a little bit more raucous. I think I said somewhere on Instagram. It's a little bit more raucous.
Did you? Oh.
And definitely an absolute bargain. For
For
those of you who have picked up Downtown Hen Party, I'm sure that most of you hopefully would agree that for the price, this is pretty spectacular to try this Gushu.
When we were there and asking for the Huangpian, because we tried the 2017 Huangpian, which was really good there. So we were thinking about the students, like, oh, it would be so good if we could get that in.
And I have to shout out
deal.
Jeremy, PM me your Gushu. He was the one who was constantly on my back, persistent, saying, get us some Huangpian. So I was like, okay. All right, Jeremy, I'll get you some Huangpian. So here you go. You got some Huangpian. It's great. You know what's great about it is if you bought like a cake of this or a couple of cakes of this could be just like your whole year. Whenever you fancied a Gushu, you wouldn't have to stress of like, oh, I don't want to break into my cake too much. You could just break into it and just enjoy it.
I agree. Should we do one last round?
Let's do another round. Well, hopefully not one last round, but let's do another round and then we'll sniff the Gong Dao Bay.
Before we do like, what are we doing?
We're going to do some giveaways. Yeah, we're going to do giveaways. Don't you worry. There will be giveaways for this. And then we're going to be doing some Q&A, some questions and answers. So you guys can answer some questions. Don't ask questions.
Sending it. Sorry.
Don't ask us questions right now because we'll save it up for some specified segments of Q&A.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
You're welcome.
Third infusion. This will go for a long time. Very, very long time.
Yeah.
Jeremy's in the house and he's drinking it now.
Ah, nice one.
Nice to know. So, tasting notes. What about the so texture, I would say, was thick to medium.
Yeah. I agree.
The finish is slightly dry, although we are having a lot of leaf. And now I'm guessing it's boiling water because this feels a little bit drier.
It is lingering, the aftertaste.
Very, very sweet aftertaste.
Nice.
I would say that one of the differences between Nectarator and this one is that this one leaves a little bit drier, a little bit more mineral than Nectarator, which is super smooth.
Yeah.
Right?
True. It's like having honey thickness versus a more
I'm interested in what she's going to say now.
A syrupy sweetness, you know, when it's more dilute.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
you feel it less on your mouth. It's like less coaty.
It's less coaty and a little bit more dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But really, really, I love that because it's that dry to juicy thing that we all love with pu'er teas. Delicioso.
Yummy.
And smell of the empty gong dao bei.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is what we need to do next. Smell of the empty gong dao bei. Any notes out there from you guys of the smell of the empty gong dao bei? Sorry, I like to flick you with tea.
It's alright, I don't mind flicking.
I just like to let the steam dissipate a little bit. Now this is also something that I noticed. Nectarada has a super sweet honey smell of the empty gong dao bei, even after one or two infusions.
If you guys have smelled your empty gong dao bei of Nectarada, let me know.
It's one of the most
'cause
addictive
for
smells.
Me, it was so intense.
This has a little bit more of what we were saying before. It's got a bit more of those savoury notes going on.
Really?
I'm getting a little bit of fenugreek mixed with some sweet sugars. I'm getting those Indian sweets. You know those kind of Indian sweets where they'll have like sugary sweets,
Rock
like
sugar.
You know those fried dough
Oh,
pastries. They're sugary, and then
Yeah.
putting a little bit of like fenugreek seeds or some sort of little bit of
Fenugreek.
Yeah.
Was it fennel? No, it's not.
Well, yeah, fennel, fenugreek, that kind of area thrown on top of sweetness. Very, again, got more of those savoury notes than with Nectarada, which is full on sweet. Petra Anderson says Nectarada was really sweet and gave tons of sessions. How many did we have? Petra and Martin came over and we drank Nectarada yesterday. I don't know, I lost count, Petra. It was still going. In fact, the team, the Mei Leaf crew, were drinking that long.
Were they?
Until, yeah, they were.
Aw, I
they
love
continued.
that.
They love to keep drinking the leaves, which is great. I guess we did about 12, I would say, and it was still going. This infusion is still really, really nice. The minerality is coming to the fore. Lovely, lovely tea. I'm very,
Still
very happy.
Super strong. Like, how many infusions? Was that 4?
I think that's 3rd or 4th. This will definitely
Anyway.
give you 12. I would say probably close to 15. Where is Mishkin? I don't know where Mishkin is.
Oh yeah, sorry, I wanted to answer that question earlier. I forgot. He's been coming in and out, and now he's out. He usually hangs out during the night.
Nighttime is his time. He goes party.
He goes party.
RT says cardamom. Yeah, I see where you're going. It's that little spiciness coming
Yeah.
through. Funnel cake, says Ryan. Some nice notes here.
funnel
And
cake.
Gamowski gets some mint. I get it on the finish.
Yeah.
I get it afterwards.
See
A
what
little
you're saying.
cooling mintiness.
But
It's
not
a
so
lovely
much
tea.
on the front though. It's more on the
Yeah,
finish.
it's more down in the throat.
Although it may be in the gong dao bei.
Yes,
You know?
but it's that dried mint.
Yeah.
It's not fresh mint, it's
Yeah.
dried mint. Okay, guys, so winners, giveaways,
yeah.
prizes. So let's do this. We're gonna do a giveaway for Downtown Hen Party. You don't have to write Downtown Hen Party. Okay, Joseph, where's Lucy? Joseph, I'm
Sorry,
sorry. I
Joseph.
know you get really angry when Lucy's not around. I can feel you
my
stamping
gosh.
your feet and banging your fists. Where's Lucy? We've told her that she needs to be involved. She wants to be involved.
Yeah.
She does. She's busy. She's got lots of things on. But we will try to make sure that we lock her in for the 1st of December. Okay?
I think she'll be up for it.
I'm
yeah.
sure she'll be up for it if she's around. So instead of writing Downtown Hen Party, just write DHP. DHP will do the job.
And that's for 2 tasters?
Well, yeah, or we'll give you a nice chunk of whatever, 15 grams or 20 grams of.
Oh,
of
that's
20
cool, yeah.
Saves us on packaging. We'll just break off a nice amount. So yeah, you can write Downtown Hen Party, you can write Hen Party, you can write DHP. It doesn't really matter. Let's do this.
Ding. Oh, yes.
Oh, beautiful one. That means we have to wait.
I love this kind of spin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Everyone loves it.
I wish I could bring it closer, like really close. Stop.
Okay, right. We have got Emerald Mist, Sasha Alexandra, Dean Smith, John W. Gula, Telesi, and Benedict
Oh, Benedict.
L. Go for it.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Telesi. TELEC. Congratulations, you just won yourself some Huang Pian, and it is a delightful tea, if I do say so myself. Okay, let's do another one.
Yes. Sorry.
I feel, yeah, that's it. Shorter spin, that's good.
Stop.
Okay, people, we've got Domon Kosh Kurali, Eredrin Siris, Joshua Cabrera, Benedict L, and Athena Nguyen. One. Domon Kosh Kirai. Domon Kosh Kirai.
Congrats.
Where are you from? Hungary? Potentially. Okay, so that's DHP has been done. We've done the giveaway for Downtown Hen Party, so you can stop writing. I'm sorry if you didn't win it yourself, but as I said, it's a bargain. If you want to pick it up, it's only a fraction of the price of Gushu out there. And you know what? You get pretty much, I would say, 70 to 80% of what you get out of a Gushu from this. I mean, you may be missing about 20% in terms of a refinement and smoothness.
True.
But it's there or thereabouts, isn't it?
And to be honest, from the samples we've tasted before, like I have tasted ones which was much lighter than this.
Yeah.
Which
That's
was
true.
a bit like,
that's true.
You know?
That's true.
Like no thickness, nothing.
Yeah. A lot of Huang Pian is very kind of just flat. It doesn't have much flavor. You've got to hit it with so much hot water and brew it for such a long time. All right, we did use a lot of leaf here, but even so, you can tell that this is definitely, look how much leaf we used.
Oh my God.
Let's brew up another one because we're going to do some questions and answers. I'm going to show you how much leaf we brewed.
Oh, yes.
Check it out, peeps. Don't spill it.
I won't. Am I close? I can't see.
Yeah,
Here
you're good.
Beautiful.
All right, let's slide that back in. A nice little trick. Oh.
Sorry, I do it again.
Well, no, the trick's gone now.
What do you mean?
Okay, yes, I would like Sayaka to come for the tasting.
I love that.
A nice little trick. If you are brewing your Tie Guan Yin or something, and it's like 10th infusion, and you want to eke the most out of it, a lot of the time the water goes up and doesn't hit the top leaves. So if you do what I just did and flip the guy one round and then slip this back in this way so that the leaves that were on the bottom are now on the top, you're going to get more out of your leaf.
That's so clever.
Pro tip for you out there, if you want to get more infusions, and who does not? Right, let's do some Q&A, people, and then we're going to be talking about that big giveaway.
Oh my God,
so stay tuned for that. Yes, guys. Everyone wants Sayaka.
Sayaka. Maybe next time she'll be up for it.
Thing is, Sayaka normally works on a Saturday, doesn't she? So we're going to have to give her time off so that she can come here. Right, so we're going to answer a few questions from the Instagram feed and Facebook. People have asked us questions beforehand, and then we'll open the questions up to you guys out there so you can ask us anything you would like. Here we go. So Marina, who I don't think is with us because she had to suddenly go to work. So Marina, if you're watching this live, then great, but I think you're watching this on repeat. Marina says, can you talk about your skincare line and your travel tea wear? Right, so first things first, our skincare line is called Sinensis Skin. I don't normally talk about other brands, so for those of you who don't know, we have a tea brand, Mei Leaf, but I also am a director of a clinic which is involved in Chinese medicine. I'm also involved in a professional kind of political medical environment in terms of advising on future medicine legislation, and I'm also a director of Sinensis Skincare, which is a skincare range that we devised a few years back. It was a long process of us.
Lots of testing, lots of checking. Huge amount
of work we did.
Good.
So the kind of the goal for this skincare range is, because we have a clinic and we offer some facial treatments at that clinic, some kind of acupuncture, facial acupuncture. We always like to give some skincare products or apply some skincare products, and we always got frustrated that everything out there, first of all, didn't contain Chinese herbs, and secondly, contained a load of crap. Excuse my English, but a load of nonsense that I did not want to be put on my skin. And so what we decided to do was focus on what are the key ingredients that we do not want in our skincare range.
Yeah.
And I know that there's lots of brands out there that claim to be kind of friendly in terms of ingredients, but we really went into it with a great detail, and we created a list of 20 ingredients that we refused to be in our skincare range, and then we tried to find producers to make this skincare range for us. And that was the hardest thing, because most of the producers, in fact it took us about 2 years or so of producers saying, no, it's not possible to make these skincare products without these chemicals in, and with the level of herbs and botanicals that we wanted in the skincare products. And eventually we found one company that was prepared to do it. It involved a lot of R&D, a lot of research and development, but the result was our skincare range, which is called Sencha Skin. I'm going to quickly see if I can do this and show you.
This is all I use.
This is, yeah, so you can
I
see.
know what's in
this is senchaskin.com if you're interested to go and check it out. As I say, we don't normally talk about our other brands here, but this is we're very proud of it. They're really great products. If you're interested in picking up any skincare products that are really, you can see the band 20 here of ingredients that we refuse to have. And a lot of these so-called natural skincare products, they have replaced things like parabens with phenoxyethanol, which is just as bad for you. So they've kind of taken a bad ingredient and replaced it with something else. I'm really proud of that range. It's something that we use exclusively, and yeah. If you're interested, go to senchaskin.com. If you're interested to combine it with a tea order, that's not a problem at all. Just email us with your tea order and let us know what you would like, and we can add it to your order so that you don't pay double shipping. All right, the second part of that question from Marina is what did she ask? Travel tea wear. Travel tea wear. Okay,
we thought about that a lot.
This is something that we have thought about a lot. How can you take tea on the road? And we have gone through so many iterations of trying to work out what we should do. Yes, Petra, we basically exclusively use our own skincare products. Why would we pay anything else? Thank you for complimenting Celine's skin. I know that mine is probably not as good, but anyway. We get your point.
It's also nutrition. It's not just like cream.
Right. So travel solutions. There was another question, I think, from Briley Wells. How can I brew tea on the go? So you may have seen things like this, right? These kinds of travel tea wear things. And we have gone through. Oops, sorry, my phone is not reacting. We have gone through so many of these. I've tried so many. And really, none of them really work well for us. They always leak. There's always problems. They're messy.
So frustrating.
Yeah. So
I'm always like, yay, I found something. And then after 2 or 3 goes, I'm like, there's the issue. Yeah,
exactly. So we've been thinking about it, and we do have a product which is going to be launched. Hopefully, it's again. It's the race across the seas. But we do have a product that I'm not going to say anything more about, but is a product we've been working on for about 7 or 8 months. Since March, we've been working on this product. Now, I know what you meant, Petra. I was only kidding. I was only kidding. Please don't. I wasn't offended at all. So yeah, I mean, we've been working on it since March. I don't want to say more about it. As you can understand, we really want to kind of keep this one under wraps. But it is hopefully going to be a solution, if not the solution for us. We've been testing it and we've been using it, and we love this product, right? Yeah, we love this product. So we've been testing it, and hopefully you guys love it too. It's going to be coming out as soon as it's arriving in London, and we will tell you more about that then. Yeah. Okay. Right. So another question from Masiej TMK. Can you talk a little bit about Chachi in the live session, especially after the disaster that you experienced with the poor emperor? We call him this way now. I was very intrigued. What is it all about in terms of the chi flow? For those of you who don't know who he's referring to, I'm assuming he's referring to a person who we're not going to name in the last video that we did about our tea travels in China. There was one tea farmer that wanted us to spend a fair amount of money in order to see his tea fields, and he wanted to do a session with us, and we did a session with him that involved a lot of Qigong, actually.
Yeah.
There's kind of a lot of movements.
Which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
you
which
know?
is kind of cool. Which is kind of cool.
Great.
I mean, listen, the concept of Qi in China is very, very flexible. A lot of people talk about Qi in terms of energy. I'm not going to get too much involved in the medicine side of it now. I can talk about that at another point. But a lot of people talk about Qi in terms of energy as a kind of translation. It's kind of a little bit simplistic. Qi
It's quite complex, isn't it, actually, the whole
well,
thing?
it's like tea, basically, right? In the sense that it's complicated because it's so like open.
Yeah.
And in China, they don't have a problem with very open terminology that has a lot of use in different environments and can be used to mean different things.
Yeah, it's like imagery. It's like
Yeah.
this kind of metaphor.
Yeah, it's
for
much more
things.
metaphorical.
Yeah.
So my kind of best translation for qi would be less energy, but more function.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like...
I was gonna think like vivacity,
yeah, this kind of ability to function, right? So it's like it's a combination of different things. So an example that I've heard before uses is what makes Usain Bolt the fastest person in the world, or previously I don't know if he's still the fastest person in the world, but what made him so talented. Lots of different things: training, you know, his genetic makeup, his ambition, motivation, and when you bundle it all together, it creates function. Right, and that function is described in a very kind of broad and abstract way as qi in China. So you talk about thoracic qi as your ability to breathe. You talk about qi just in terms of general, in terms of the energy flow and your kind of life energy. But in terms of tea, it's generally just any kind of terminology that is something other than the taste and the easily expressible experience of aromatics and taste, but is like the feeling or the function of the tea, how it makes you feel. And that changes for different people. It has different definitions for different people. A lot of people talk about cha-chi and they compare it to tea drunkenness. You know, I don't know if I would say that's the same thing, but you know, this person was very focused on which way the tea made you feel that you know, things moved. Remember he was saying that, I was saying that, you know, sheng is a very rising and shou is more kind of settling. It's very kind of abstract and metaphorical. Some people may just kind of, you know, not want to be involved in that kind of discussion. I think a lot of you people out there do want to be involved in that discussion because there's a certain subtlety that is in the experience of tea, and it varies from different people. And just in the same way as Usain Bolt, if you took somebody else who would train the same way as him, he's never going to be the same. Everybody's going to have a different experience of what qi is. I hope that answered your question in a...
So if someone says, oh, this tea has a lot of cha-chi, it could be different for different people. Yeah, I brewed it strong, sorry.
That's going to hit me. Basically, what are the energetics of a tea? There are some teas which you taste and you drink and it has a really lovely taste, lovely experience on the nose and in the mouth, but after you've swallowed, you don't really feel anything. What is the functional feeling of the tea? If it's got a strong functional feeling, then generally that's kind of thrown into, it's got cha-chi. But a lot of people tend to move it more towards these sheng pu'ers in terms of energy, the combination, the synergistic relationship between caffeine and theanine, and how those things work together. And it was very interesting to kind of combine tea drinking with qigong. It may be something that we may kind of explore in future videos. As I said, if you want those kinds of videos, there is a form. If you go to the description of this video, you can click a link that takes you to a form and you can tell us what you want video content to be about, so you can let us know if you would like that kind of content. All right, so that's some question and answers from before. Now it's your turn, people. Let us know any questions and we will try to zip through some questions before we move on to our next tea.
Mind play. I always want to, sorry, Mind Plays just says Cindy wants to get Don tea drunk always. I always want to get him tea drunk.
She enjoys watching
Anyone
me.
Really.
But what do you enjoy about seeing me tea drunk?
Just
You're more red than I am.
Okay, listen guys. I think it might be the
anyway,
light.
let's just check.
I don't think it.
Let's check what we
I'm
look
feeling
like.
good,
I don't like to
you
see.
know. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too hyped. I am feeling more energetic than earlier, and I'm sure it's the Huangqian because I just know that feeling.
Definitely.
I just know
Definitely.
it. But yeah, what's not fun about getting tea drunk? If you can get there, you know?
If you can get there, do
fun.
it. All right, so let's answer some questions. Thomas Moore says, tea advent calendar. Not this year. We were considering doing tea advent calendar, but it was just too late.
Really like that idea. At some point.
Let's see. What else are we doing? People are still writing about tea. Chi. Okay. Oops. Wits Tea Taster, thank you for your super chat.
Thank you, man.
What type of tea do you both like to start your day with? I like greens.
Yeah, so do I. I tend to go usually for Imperial Green or the Jade Sword at the moment, anyway.
Yeah. Light Chinese greens. I know some people really like to start their day with Japanese greens, but for me they're a bit too heavy. I like to start with a kind of Longjing or a Jade Sword or something like that.
Although it might change now that it's getting colder.
Yeah. We always react to the weather. Again, you know, personal. So somebody wrote, visiting Chengdu next month. Ian says, any most visit tea recommendations? That actually ties in with another question I got from Ben Christie saying, where would you recommend going in China to see tea mountains and tea productions? I want to avoid tourist traps. We receive this question quite a lot. In fact, I would say every day I receive...
Which one?
I'm going to Yunnan, where should I go? I'm going to Fujian, where should I go? The best advice that I can give you is certainly go and check some tourist websites and see if there's any tours that look good. I've never been on any. I can't recommend any, therefore, to you. I would suspect that you are obviously going to be brought to places where you're going to see some production. Please do try to go there during picking and processing season. Otherwise, there's not much point. If you go to China kind of outside of picking and processing season, which is kind of like, you know, March, April, May, and then, you know, September, October, November time, or September, October time, then, you know, I wouldn't go up to the tea mountains necessarily because it's beautiful, but you're not going to see much activity. And then
fun seeing it.
My best advice, though, is to try to go to the main cities that there are tea growing districts. Like, so in Yunnan, go to Jinhong, Sichuan, Bana, or if you're in Fujian, if you want to go to Anxi for Tieguanyin, go to Wuyi for the Wuyi Yanchas, go to Fuding if you want to experience white teas. Go into the tea shops, taste the teas, speak to the people. A lot of them have relationships with tea farmers. And they can probably advise you, and that way you can go through the back route. You're not going to get so much of the touristy trap things. It may be a bit more hard work, but it'll be fun. And you will definitely see so much more. Gravity X100, thank you so much for your super chat.
Man, cheers.
Thank you so much for your awesome tea videos. What's one of your favorite stories of turning someone into a tea head? Do you have anything there? Georgi, thank you so much for your super chat. You didn't ask a question, but thank you. Turning someone into a tea head.
Well, like instantly at that moment, I think, it's not really a fun story, but it's more when I train new people and I make them try the Kung Fu style versus the Western style. I know I've mentioned this before, but I love their face going, what? Okay. This is so dilute compared to that. And I just love that.
In essence, there's this, the reason why we have a tagline as the revelation of true tea is because what gives us the most pleasure is that moment. When people go, oh, this is tea. You know, that moment, and it usually is when you do an A/B testing of Western versus Gong Fu brewing, that usually is a good moment.
Yeah.
But there's just a moment, or it might be when they understand the complexity of the tea and how many different variables it is and how kind of multi-dimensional tea is in terms of functionality, in terms of spirituality, in terms of taste, in terms of aroma, in terms of provenance, in terms of, you know, agriculture, all of these things, they kind of go a bit nuts. And there's this moment where they go, ah. And it's just about trying to find that one dimension that makes them go, oh.
Yeah.
And that is the revelation of true tea. That's why there are so many people out there in this chat room who are joining us, and it's because you've all been touched by that. And that is something that we love. 441 people are watching us now. I'm going to turn this off. 1 second. Hold on. Whoops. Yeah, 441 people are watching us. That is a record.
Thank you, guys.
See, that is the revelation of true tea. So for me, it's all about that. Stories, I have so many. I love converting my friends, my die-hard friends that kind of never really got into it. And even when I was working on tea and they know I like their tea, and then getting them round and then saying, finally, you're going to see what really I've been doing. And just seeing that moment where they then start to come to the shop, they start coming to the tea house, they start bringing their friends. That's so really, for me, it's like when you can kind of touch upon people that you knew prior to tea and bring them in, it's like this rekindling of a friendship that I really, really love.
That's such a good point, actually. Turning your friends into Teaheads is the most satisfying thing ever.
It really is.
It's so true.
It really is. Julian says, did you read Vegan Teahead's idea about a podcast for months without a live session? That's a great idea. I would love to get into podcasting because, as you can tell, I can just go on a verbal diarrhea trip and just talk, and it would be great to get some guests in, etc., etc. I would love to do that. It is literally about time. It's just time, just trying to find the time. I can't believe we're over 400 people in the chat room. This is quite amazing. Guys out there, I wish you could all be in this living room drinking with us, but this is the next best thing. From wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching on repeat, then try to join us live, but cheers anyway.
Cheers.
Right, we are moving on. We are moving on.
To the Eastern Beauty.
Eastern Beauty time.
I love it so much.
It is back. Oh wait, we got to do the big giveaway.
Oh yeah.
Hold up. Yeah. Okay, so the big giveaway. This year, it's going to be a big one. Let's turn off that kettle. We need complete silence for this. All right, guys. The big giveaway. Last year, we did the Psychic Stream Seeker giveaway where everyone had to play with the alpaca. You remember it well, I am sure.
It was amazing.
All of that creativity. It was incredible for us. Now, we want to get to know you better. All right? We want to get to know your tea alter ego. We want to get to know your tea reflection, which is why we've called this competition the TeaMirror competition. We want to see you through the reflection of the tea, and we want to see what your alter ego is. Okay, right. Should we talk prizes or should we talk how to enter first? Prizes. There will be 3 winners picked for this. 3 winners picked. 2 of them are runners up. So 2 runners up will get a whole cake of the tea we just drank, Downtown Hen Party. So a free cake of Downtown Hen Party sent to you wherever you are, guaranteed before Christmas, you will get it. So that's the 2 runners up. The winner of the grand prize this year is going to win a Jen Shui pot. These are just about to come in. I've got some samples here of the Jen Shui pots. These are only prototypes. They're not the finished article, but they are close to what it's going to be. Do you want to show? Let's put them out here.
Let's put it out here.
These are Jen Shui, handmade Jen Shui pots, right? Let me just see that this is in focus, son. So handmade Jen Shui pots. We've got 3 different shapes for these. So the winner gets to choose whichever one they would like out of these. You can see this. Bring one closer.
Yeah. This little guy here.
Yeah. So what we did is we went to Jen Shui and we spoke to different people and we found a potter that we really, really liked, and then we wanted to give it a new twist. We wanted to give it a little bit of a modern twist, a little bit more, something a bit different than those classical Chinese calligraphy and things like that. And so we've devised a really simple but I think elegant square design where it's kind of a pattern symmetrical design going on. They all have different, okay, yeah, go for it.
Might as well show them all, innit?
Okay, keep it there and then I'll bring the other one. So, right, these, as I said, are the samples that we had made for us. The actual pots will be coming in probably in about a week's time. So in a week's time, these pots are coming in. The winner will get to choose whichever pot they like, right? And they get to choose whichever cups they want. So 2 cups.
Cute. Okay.
So yeah.
I can do this properly.
So I have, you know, for me, the cup that's more egg-shaped. So this cup works very well for these 2 pots. And this one works really well for this pot. But you can choose whichever pot you like. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And so you get a pot, you get 2 cups, you get a pu'er cake of your choice. Any pu'er cake that we have in stock, you can pick that one.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And you will get an illustration by...
Oh yes, I did know that one.
a personal illustration by Celine. And the illustration is going to be of your alter ego, your TeaMirror.
No pressure there.
All right. Now, what I'm going to do before we go on is I'm going to make this competition live. And I'm going to show you what you need to do. So I'm sure some of you have seen these kind of Instagram story quizzes, right? Instagram story, you know, templates that you fill out. And we thought they're kind of fun.
Yeah.
They're kind of interesting, but we wanted to put a spin on it. We wanted to do something a little bit more interesting. So what we've done is we've created a form that we want you guys to fill out, okay? Now you ideally fill it out on Instagram because it's designed for Instagram stories. However, you don't have to. You can fill it out on your desktop. You can do whatever you want and you can post it on any of the 3 platforms, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We will accept 1 entry per platform, but you can enter the same profile card on all 3 platforms, and therefore you get 3 chances to win. Okay, let me show you. I'm going to bring it to the browser. This is now live, so you can check this out. Just going to see that people can see it. So this is the TeaMirror challenge. We have this tea form here, right?
I love it.
All you need to do is download this form. You can right click it on the article and download it if you're looking at it on your phone. All you have to do is hold your finger down and then you can save it. Save it onto your phone. Pull it into Instagram stories if you're using Instagram stories, and I highly recommend that you do because it's much more easy to do on Instagram stories.
True.
And then you fill out the parts. So you put your name in, you can put a pseudonym, you can put a nickname, whatever you would like. You choose 1 adjective to describe how you feel about tea, 1 tea that you cannot live without, the profession that you wanted to have when you were 5 years old, so what you wanted to do when you grew up, when you were 5 years old, the activity you most love doing apart from anything tea related, your dream destination that you haven't been before, and your favorite time of day. Make sure, I'm going to say this very slowly and very, very clearly, make sure that you fill in the stickers down here. You make sure that you put in @Mei and hashtag TeaMirror. This is our way of entering you into the competition. If you don't put the hashtag and tag us, then we're not going to find you, okay? And make sure that you are following us on whichever platform you are going to be entering on, okay? Does this make sense? Now, once you've entered all of that information, you have now created your profile. It would be very nice if you took a camera picture and added it there. It's very easy to do on Instagram. All you have to do is go to the stickers, select the camera icon. Your face will magically appear there because you'll be looking at your phone and you can take a picture. And that way you will create your Teahead TeaMirror alter ego, right? Now we're going to show you some of ours. So all of the rules here, you can see there, take your time to read them. We put all of the rules, we've given you detailed instructions on how to do it on Instagram stories. So if you're an Instagram noob, no problem, you can do that. But as I said, if you want to do it on your desktop, you can, but I really recommend that you do it on Instagram. Let us show you some.
This is the fun bit. Look at that.
So, Don Tono, this is my alter ego. I am an inspired Gushu scientist making music in Patagonia at sunset.
That's so perfect.
So this is the alter ego character that you can imagine. I am an inspired Gushu scientist making music in Patagonia at sunset. Do you want to see Celine's? Celine. Celine.
I love it.
Celine Bumblehead. I like that name you chose. It's kind of fun.
It came out of nowhere.
Celine Bumblehead is an amazing Eastern beauty artist drawing in Hawaii at Magic Hour.
Yeah, and I'm about to have Eastern beauty.
Yeah, so you're about to drink your favorite tea. An amazing Eastern beauty artist drawing in Hawaii at Magic Hour. So this is all about seeing your alter ego, and I hope that these are very honest answers. Try not to predict what you want to write. Just write the answers truthfully, and it's going to be really, really interesting. The deadline on this competition is going to be, I can't remember, but it's around the end of November. It's written in the article. So let's look at through some others. Sayaka, you know Sayaka. Yeah.
I love that one.
Sayaka Yam Yam is her pseudonym, which I love as well. She is an essential duck shit astronaut picking berries in Lhasa in Tibet at twilight. Marianne Fleur, the deadline is around the end of November. It's written in the article. I think it's around the 20-something of November, and we will be announcing the winners of this in our next Mei Leaf Sessions on the 1st of December. So we will be doing that on the 1st of December.
Sorry, I'm seeing a few people saying they can't find it on Instagram.
It's not on Instagram yet. It's only on the article. You need to go to the article. I will be posting the article. If you go to the website, you can start doing it. Don't stress. You've got loads of time. It's not on Instagram or Twitter yet. We're going to be posting it all over the blank forms. If you do post one on Instagram, it would be very useful if you posted a blank form so that people can just download it, okay? So just chill, people. We're just showing you some examples. Don't stress. We will release the article. The article's released, but we will be releasing blank forms so you can fill this out and share them. Will is somebody who's working at the bar. You may have met him if you're working at the bar. Will the barman is a deep Amber Mountain cartoonist making music in Havana at 11 a.m. I love this imagery. So if you win this, then Celine will draw an illustration of your alter ego. So in this case, you'd be drawing somebody cartoonist making music in Havana at 11 a.m. That's going to be a fun one.
Oh yeah.
We've got Hugo. You probably remember Hugo from previous videos. He is Hugo T. Heartbits. Is a happy purple bud surgeon reading in Mexico at 6 a.m.
Wow.
And then Vio Watu Watu is a colour unblind ruby gather archaeologist singing in New Zealand at dinner time. And finally, we've got Baby Ganoush is a magic midnight sun singer sleeping in Costa Rica at midnight. All right, guys.
On our team, so cool.
So that's our team. That's our Mei Leaf team. We're going to get everyone at Mei Leaf to fill this out. We're going to be sharing them. I want to know your tea alter ego. What is your TeaMirror saying about you? It would be really, really interesting to see. And eventually what we're going to have is like a Rolodex of Teahead kind of top trumps, you know?
Oh my God.
Teahead cards.
So
We're
cool.
going to have a whole load of Teahead cards so we can get to know your alter egos. You don't have to put your face if you want to, hide your identity, no problem.
You can put
whatever picture you want. It doesn't matter. The rules are you just need to fill out the form. You need to put the hashtag, put the tag, follow us on whichever platform and post it. If you post it on Facebook, tag us on Facebook and hashtag it. If you post it on Twitter, you can do the same, and obviously Instagram. And as I said, if you're doing it on Instagram story, it would be very helpful if you posted a blank one. You all know the score, all you Instagram people out there. Post a blank one so people can keep going. Guys, I am looking forward to hearing and seeing and imagining all of your tea alter egos. We're calling this TeaMirror. We love the idea of looking in the mirror and seeing this it's you, but it's a different you, right? It's you, but it's a different you.
It's a reflection.
That's what we want to see, okay? Yeah. So bring it on. We are going to be collecting, every time we see it on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, we're going to be non-stop on our phone. We're going to be collecting all of the entries. Make sure you tag us. Please make sure you tag us, because the blank one, I'll show you again, the blank one just gives you a placeholder. You can see here placeholders for where to put the stickers. That doesn't mean that you've tagged us. You need to make the stickers on Instagram, or you can just put them in on Facebook or on Twitter. It's not a problem as long as you tag us. All right, I hope that that's not overly complicated. We've tried to make it relatively simple. I know it's a little bit, for anybody who's a little bit of a noob at kind of Instagram, may find it a little bit overwhelming. Just take your time, read through the article, and you'll be fine. And you can then join the Mei Leaf Rolodex of Teahead alter egos. I'm sure we're going to spin this out and do some other things with it.
That's going to be so cool.
I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we're going to do something else with this. I'm sure with these cards. We need to make like a scrapbook or something.
Oh, man.
We can do a lot with this. We can definitely do a lot with this.
I could have so much fun just like drawing all these different characters.
Yeah. And she is going to have to do. So what we're going to do is make sure we announce the winner on the 1st of December. And then we'll send the gifts off immediately so you get it before Christmas. And then she needs some time to think about it and draw some sort of illustration to represent your T alter ego. So that's hashtag TeaMirror. That's the competition. You get to win a pretty mega prize. That's well over £200 worth of tea wear and goods for you if you win. And as I said, 2 runners up will win a full cake of downtown Hen Party.
That's amazing.
Right, let's drink the next tea. Let's go.
Wait, you forgot the last bit of the competition.
Which is what?
Spider-Man?
No.
Sorry, I'm delayed.
Yeah, no, you're not delayed. We talked lots of ideas, but this is that's all you need to do. We were going to make it more complicated. We've simplified it. I know it. But yes, a yearbook. Doesn't that sound great? We can have it like a Teahead yearbook with all of your alter egos. As I said, if you don't want to reveal your identity, no problem. Just put another picture of whatever you would like up there. We're not going to reveal your Instagram name with the card. It is literally just your profile, your alter ego. Yeah?
Maybe the yearbook could have an area where you can draw what, like how I'm going to be doing.
Yeah,
you know?
You could do your own illustration, sure.
A page so you can draw your own illustration.
Welcome, Mai from Vietnam. Welcome, first time to join a live chat. Welcome. Okay, so now we're going to drink Eastern Beauty, right? Eastern Beauty is back in stock finally after over a year waiting because of the fact that we couldn't find a good enough one. You know how we roll at Mei Leaf. We will not buy any tea unless we're prepared to give it to our best friend as a gift. And unfortunately, Eastern Beauty is one of those teas.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to do a blind tasting and we're going to be doing it against a competition grade. This one is competition grade. Okay, so let's bring these, wait, hold on. Let's just bring these to the camera.
Sorry.
So this one here is a competition grade, which is supposedly best of the bunch, right? Competition grade Eastern Beauty. And this one here is our latest Eastern Beauty that we've just brought in. So we're going to see if we can taste the difference. You can see the picking on this is much finer. It looks in some ways better than ours in terms of the amount of bud, but don't let that fool you. Never ever be distracted by looks. It's all about the taste. So we're going to blind taste these.
How exciting.
Hold on, I need to put them in the guy ones first.
But don't we want to heat up the guy
No, because we don't want to know which one's which until we've done the blind tasting.
Oh, right,
this is the pressure point. This is where my adrenaline goes up, because if I mess this up, then, well, that's no good, right?
Oh my god, if I mess up on Eastern Beauty, I'm going to be so angry with myself.
Yeah, especially since it's your tea, it's your essential tea. For that second question, one tea that you cannot live without, essentially what we're asking is your desert island tea. It doesn't necessarily mean your favorite tea, it just means the tea that you need in your life to have, because you can't imagine living without it, right?
I mean, obviously, for a lot of us Teaheads, me and you guys, like, it's very hard to choose. I took ages trying to choose, but you know what, just choose one.
Yeah, well, it's super hard to choose. I just went for Gushu, just make it easy. You don't have to go too specific, you know? Just make it Gushu, that's all right. So I'm a Gushu scientist. All right, so we've got, we can't look at the leaves because they're so clearly different. So we've got to, when we do the pouring, and I don't know how we're going to do it, we've got to try and be a bit careful here. So close your eyes. Okay. And I'm going to move these around. I'm closing my eyes, you move them around.
Can I put them on the tray?
Yeah, but just move them around. Okay, done?
Done.
All right, so now we're blind. They've got the same Guy 1 lid. You can see they've both got stay loose. So we don't know which. I will probably know if I see it though. So,
So-
that's good. Why don't I just do it blind? You can do it, and I'll just do it blind. That way, because you have to brew.
Ah, okay. Can
Well,
I try and do it? Like, can I just try and not? You can.
You're gonna pour with your eyes closed.
Blind.
I sense burns coming. Okay.
I just won't look that much. I just want to kind of see if I can get it as well.
All right.
The competition side
So
of
what
me.
we're gonna do is we're not going to be
Competitive.
smelling the dry leaf because I will see the leaf, right?
Right.
I'm gonna do the wet leaf and I'm just gonna smell like this, okay? Well, actually, I can smell like that. That smells very fruity.
What, you already smelled it? You
Yeah.
can already smell it. I didn't eat the
that
guy
one
one.
smells super fruity as well. They both smell very fruity. Okay, yeah, just let's give them a rinse.
Okay.
Anybody who's not using Instagram, you don't have to use Instagram.
I wasn't
Yeah?
about to look.
You don't have to use Instagram at all. You can download the form, you can do it on any desktop and post it on Facebook or Twitter, it's fine. But it needs to be one of those platforms. And as I said, if you enter on 3 platforms, you get 3 chances of winning. I don't want to look at this because I feel my eyes strain.
I actually had to look at the list because
Yeah,
of
exactly,
the
that's what I'm
fact
saying.
that I was gonna pour it everywhere else.
Okay.
Anyway. Never mind.
Okay, so now, do you know which one's which then?
No.
Okay, well that's good.
But, yeah, I did.
Okay, let's give this a smell. So Eastern Beauty, it's a classic. It's a classic tea and it's much loved across the world. The reason? Because it has such nice, zesty, fruity, honeyed notes to it. Muscatel is one of the most common words used. We're going to change teapot now.
Man, it's so obvious which one it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you smell it?
Smell the gong da bei.
Delightful.
Okay, this is this one, yeah?
That's
That was-
delightful,
that
whatever
was-
it is.
And this one.
Less delightful.
It's so obvious just from that rinse. I mean.
Okay, so
what?
let's give this a smell. I'm going to do blind.
Okay,
smell.
should I let you smell it?
Yeah, but I'm going to just
Okay.
close my eyes. Oh. All I know is I love this one. It's got super incredible muscatel. Those dessert grapes, it's got honey, but it's got such zest. I'm getting citronella. I'm getting geraniums, zesty geraniums.
Wow.
I'm getting a slight woodiness. It is so pungent. I call this smell of Eastern Beauty the body odor of an angel. And this is what it is.
I
Yeah.
love that term.
It's the body odor of an angel.
Body odor of
After an angel has worked out.
I mean, so inspired. So inspired.
That is exactly what has caused all the problems over the last year. I get sent samples like this. This is, I'm already assuming I know which one's which. This is, oh, we didn't mark which one. We didn't mark it underneath with a sticker.
Shit. Sorry.
For all kids listening at home,
Do not say
I
that.
do apologize for my wife's language.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's so obvious though.
It's so obvious.
It's so obvious.
This has to. Okay, so you guys who are watching on replay are going to watch it.
What about after we've done this and we've chosen, we just get some of the tea, right? And then we just smell it for the wet leaves.
Why do we always mess up these blind
I
tastes?
don't know.
All right, but listen. I mean, this one is pure, just nectar of the gods. This
Yeah.
one here, smelling this. This one here is woodsy and acorny bark. I'm getting a tiny bit of honey. And, okay, wait. I'm getting a little bit of fruit coming through. A little bit of honey fruit in. But, honestly, that's... I'm going to say right out, that has to be ours. This has to be the other one. And this is competition grade. The reason why I brought out a competition grade one is because I want to demonstrate to you how even competition grade, even the ones that are supposedly the top level at like crazy prices, be very careful with Eastern Beauty or Oriental Beauty or Dongfang Mei Ren. Be very, very careful with this one. It's a very, very, it's a difficult one.
Yeah. Should I get?
No. We know. You guys watching on replay will confirm it, I'm sure, in the comments below. This one is ours. It has to be ours.
In any case, we're gonna describe the taste of both of these.
All right.
So that
For
way-
those of you, yeah, it's true. You said duck shit before. It's fine. Yeah, sorry, I was being a bit overreactive. For those of you drinking along with us, if you picked up some Eastern Beauty, let us know your tasting notes. I'm getting lots of geranium. I'm getting loads of fruits, lots of those dessert wine honeys, dessert wine and honey. Hold on.
It's so intense.
Oh yes, look at that.
And now this one.
We're brewing with what temperature water?
99.
Why? It's 90-degree water.
Oh.
I looked at that. That was quite strong. Anyway, it's all right. It'll hold it. So.
Oh man,
I advise 90-degree water. Oh.
So this one is a bit lighter from what I can see here.
They're
And
very similar, right?
This one is a bit darker.
Very, very similar though.
From my side. Yeah, very similar,
Very similar.
but this is still a bit
All right,
brighter.
these are our cups. So let's taste.
Okay, start with this one.
Yeah, go on then. I don't really want to.
Don't be rude.
This
now.
is definitely ours. I tell you why. Look how much larger the leaves are. You can show the leaves. Confirmation, right? You saw with the dry leaf.
Oh man, the smell.
This is much larger leaf,
it's
right?
so intense.
So I'm now absolutely convinced this
And
is ours.
like, you know, I smell this one, I'm like, it's just not Eastern Beauty. It's just too woody. It's just not fragrant enough.
Sorry, all these people are getting banned in the chat room from
Whoa.
because they're saying the word shit. You see, even YouTube is moderating you. That's not us, right? If your comment doesn't appear, that's not us.
Oh my god.
All right, let's taste this.
Literally, this smells like when you've got a ripe peach and you put it to your nose with the skin and everything, and it smells amazing. Yeah, that's what it smells like with lychee on top.
Matthew, you're not banned, just that comment was banned. And with Tea Taster, I'm fully with you. You were going to move on to Oriental Beauty, but you can't stop drinking the Downtown Hen Party.
I get
no problem at all.
That's
this tea is woodsy, bitter, a little bit of fruit. I would say you've got some citronella, you've got a little bit of rose in there.
Yeah, true.
It's got a nice aftertaste through the nose.
Sweetness.
It's got sweetness.
It's got sweet. You know what, actually? If this wasn't called an Eastern Beauty, I'd be like, this is quite a nice black tea. This is what I would think.
Yeah.
This is a quite nice black tea.
You call it a black tea, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's light, but in the taste, it has that.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of slightly bitter, it reminds me a little bit of that kind of, more black tea.
This was an easy one, guys. This was a no-brainer. I mean, this is exactly the type of tea that we've been tasting for the past year and knocking back, even though people are going, but this is competition grade. It's like the best from Meili. It's like the most incredible, you know. And I'm like, yeah, well,
you know,
enjoy
name doesn't mean it's great. Gotta taste it.
I don't know who's judging these competitions. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, true.
Okay, cheers everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Non-competition grade Eastern Beauty. The angel has lifted up her arms.
And we are sniffing right in there.
Oh,
it's
my
so
Lord. It's
beautiful.
so bouqueted.
So, oh wow, so bouquet.
The word bouquet is everything. If you're drinking along with us, please let us know your thoughts, because this Eastern Beauty...
To be fair to that one, it has some nice sweetness to it, but this has the fragrance that you want from Eastern Beauty. It has to be fragrant, you know?
Oh, super. It has to be super fragrant. Now, whether or not it's been bitten by jacids, we can never guarantee it, but the taste of it says to me that it's definitely been, number one, processed impeccably, and number two, I think that with that hot trunol, you get those honey notes in there, it's likely that it has been, at least some of it has had some attack by the jacids. For those of you who don't know, when a tea plant is bitten, it can produce a whole, Spider-Man core, it can produce a whole array of terpenes to try to drive away those insects, and a lot of those terpenes are like citronella. So if you want to repel insects like mosquitoes, a lot of the time if you put citronella oil on, it will mean you're less likely to get bitten. It doesn't really work for me that much, but you know, it means you're less likely that you're going to be bitten. And so citronella is one of them, and there's definite citronella in here, for sure. There's definite limonene in here. There's definitely hotrianol in here. There's, you know, there's all of these terpenes which are being produced because of the fact that the tea plant has been attacked in some way. I'm showing off. I know you are. And you're getting reactions. Ooh, fancy pouring. It's called the Spider-Man, yeah? You guys should try it. It's called the Spider-Man. You just over a pillow. You just do it over a pillow to start off with so you don't break your teaware. I don't want complaints saying, you told me to do it this way and I broke my teaware. I practiced. You know. It's not magically me, you know, doing something. Okay, we'll try this one again. Let's give it another chance, you know. It's competition grade. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a decent black tea, but Little Tongmu is like 10 times better than that, and is about 100 times cheaper than that. I went the wrong way. Yeah, it's alright. You know, this is exactly what I was thinking in my head. I didn't want to say it because I don't, you know, I don't want to be rude about it, but. Yeah, Little Tongmu is better than that. So. You want to do a slow demo of the Spider-Man pour? Okay, right, guys. Slight detour for the Spider-Man pour, right? Very important. You can put the side of your finger on here. 45-degree angle, side of the finger. Hold it with normally, right? Then the little pinky comes. Ooh, sneaky, little magician trick. You don't see it, and then, you can lift up your other hands. And then those two are holding it. Oh, yeah, ooh. Nice pour. So you're doing this. And then there's some, might as well give some to the buffalo since you didn't get any. So that's the Spider-Man pour, all right? It's fun. If you burn yourself, that's part of the process. Okay, so can I drink more of this one and not the other one? And then we're going to be doing a giveaway of Eastern Beauty. We need to speed things up. We're already an hour and 41 minutes in. We've only got about another 45 minutes of this. So this is so yummy. All right. Stick your nose in these leaves and tell me I am wrong. This is the body odor of an angel. La la la. Oh, yeah. It's so nice to have tea with you guys. What a great night. We did miss you. And we're not doing the 2-month thing because we didn't miss you or because we don't enjoy these sessions. It's just we've got so much to get through. Yeah, so please don't be offended by that, I hope. Right, so we're going to do a giveaway of Eastern Beauty. We're going to give away a couple of tasters of Eastern Beauty to anybody out there. Let's do Joseph Troyer. That's how I hold my iPhone. You're so badass. Yeah. Spider-Man. You can do it with Big Guy 1, Southeastern Hero. You can. Just wrap those fingers around. You can do it. I've tried it with 200ml Guy 1s. It is a cornucopia of the gods. Thank you very much. The angel is sitting in the southeastern USA with a broken AC unit and drinking hot tea, so maybe not so good. Oh no! Her name is Angel, his name is Angel. All right, so we've got Eastern Beauty. People are already starting to write it, so do it. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, I need to, okay, it's fine. All right, so we've got Ryan Do, we've got A Whatever, we've got Alina Schnedel, we've got Brent Pugsley, we've got Sarah Smith, and Ryan Galland. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brent Pugsley. Ooh, Brent Pugsley, write to us. You are going to get some Eastern Beauty. Let's do one more. Yes. And then we're going to do some Q&A for everybody out there. Eastern Beauty. And we stop. We've got Manish Suhanda. Okay, you've won already, so controversial, but we'll do it. Anton Malmi, Dacron, Christine Woodard, Trav D, and Petra Anderson. Number 4 again, Christine Woodard. Ooh, Christine Woodard, send us a message. I'm sorry to all those people who didn't win. Unfortunately, there can only be a couple of winners, and we will obviously be sending them out probably in about 2 weeks' time. Send us an email on our website with your username, real name, address, and what you won. Right, questions and answers time, and then we're going to move on to our Jade Star for tasting. It does not stop.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Right, so John Blackwell is asking, I'd like to know what setup you use for those fantastic photos of in action. It's very simple. You need a lot of light and you need a fast shutter speed. And the best light in the world is the sun. Get out on a sunny day and take the pictures. That's the best way to do it.
True.
Alexandre Verville Paris, I love saying that name. How much grams of sit spring from the pouch do you plan to use for the tea masterclass video? How much can I drink for yourself? For those of you who don't know, I'm doing a tea brewing masterclass, super geeky, not for everyone, but a lot of people do enjoy them, I hope. Very, very geeky, where I go into the real kind of science of brewing.
I don't even know where all these ideas come from. Like, how do you have time to even come up with these things? I don't know.
All of those ideas are late nights, sitting around while you sleep.
I sleep. I do.
Yeah, she always sleeps way before me, and then I'm sitting there going, watching her sleep. Going, okay, so this is you know. What was the question? Oh yes, how much should you keep? So I'm starting to lose it. The question was how much to keep. As long as you keep, I would say about 20 grams. That should do. We're going to do 2 brews, and I'm going to show you a really interesting way of brewing. I know I keep building it up. I'm not trying to do this whole teaser thing. There's so much to get through. We're going to try and knock out that masterclass, but as you can imagine, it's a long masterclass, and so you know we have to prepare it. But if you keep 20 grams, that would be good. We've got 436 people watching us.
Oh,
you guys are killing it at the moment. Do we hate coffee? No, we don't hate coffee at all. In fact, I think there was another question out there saying if you had the choice between bad tea brewed in a tea bag or high quality coffee, which one would you choose? High quality coffee all day. I have no problem with coffee. Some of my best friends are coffee drinkers. Coffee is a great drink. I mean, like, I don't see why there needs to be this divide between tea drinkers and coffee drinkers. Just enjoy what you enjoy. If you enjoy drinking some wine, if you enjoy drinking some whiskey, if you enjoy drinking whatever, just drink whatever you want to drink.
Obviously, it all out.
Within moderation, of course, although this is not very much moderation. But I do like coffees, and I do like coffees a lot. And actually, Phil, shout out to Phil, Caffeine Magazine. Check out Caffeine Magazine online. He's kindly invited me to do some articles for Caffeine Magazine, which is predominantly a coffee magazine, but he's trying to bring in tea. And you know, there needs to be more collaboration between the coffee and the tea industry, in my opinion. Right, so questions out there for you, from you guys out there. Thoughts on teapot shapes for specific teas, gimmick or legit? We are testing that out as part of our masterclass series. We are going to be doing a video about teapot shapes and whether or not they affect the choice of tea that you should brew. Do the minerals in Yixing or Chaozhou clay ever wear out after a few years? In our experience, no. The clay is very thick. You would have to be kind of, you know, as long as the clay is there, which it should be if you're brewing in it, then, you know, it should be okay. Pure silver teapots. I get a lot of this question. We are going to be doing more. To be honest with you, I'll be totally honest with you, I haven't brewed much in pure silver. I know there's a lot of people that love it. I'm going to do more experiments as and when we will continue to get that going. Is there something like Gushu Matcha or Gushu Kyokuro? Never heard of it, never seen it. Don't think it's possible. You have to think in Gushu, we're talking over 200, 300 years. So the chances of finding a plantation, I mean, yes, theoretically it could be done.
Not really, because you need to cover
so
the
you
trees.
need to have massive covers.
Big trees, can you imagine?
And it's the wrong cultivar. But you know, who's to say it's wrong? It might be right. You know, it might be possible.
It's an experiment.
Anna Catherine says she drinks both too. No reason to shun one. I do agree. I don't really have any issue with. I have an issue with tribalism in general, like belonging to any one tribe. I missed the proverbial boat on the fish tea boat. I'm kicking myself. We're stocking that again. The fish tea boat will be back with us. I want to say beginning of November. I think it's something like that.
Oh, nice.
What is the triangular bowl called? Did I see that? No, it's gone. I'm not sure. If you're talking about these things, then we call this just a scoop, a porcelain scoop.
scoop.
Any new ripe puer cakes coming? Maybe. Yes, there's definitely some ripe teas coming.
That just says yes.
Pre-sales for the Guru. I want to put on pre-sale. I don't want to do it because I don't want to promise that I can get it to you for Christmas unless I can. So, you know, that's the only thing. As soon as I know definitely when it's in and I definitely can do it, it will be on sale and I will give you at least a week's notice. I promise you all.
Also, we want to double check it, you know. When
Yeah, I want to see them. I want to see them.
Yeah.
One more question out there. Do you ever feel teed out? Yes, I do sometimes feel teed out. Usually after these sessions, where I'm like, okay, I can't drink anymore. I'm currently nowhere close to that, so let's drink up.
Although you think. Let's see after 2 Jade Stars.
All right, so we're moving on. Jade Star 4. We are always on the search for Jade Star, but we're very, very conscious of making sure that it can live up to the name of Jade Star. We will not buy in an aged white tea that does not live up to the name of Jade Star.
Of course.
And so, I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Yeah.
It would make more sense for me to find it quickly, but can't do it. Sarah Cordell, thank you so much for your super chat. Yes,
you,
the
Sarah.
fish tea boat is on its way. It's currently on a boat somewhere. Marianne Fleur, 4 stars. I'm not quite sure what they're for, but thank you very much.
We love
Every
stars.
star's a winner. Okay, so Jade Star 4, we're always looking for samples. Why don't you show them the samples that we've got in? This is a 2011 Baimudan and Shomei combo, and this is a 2006.
Yeah.
2011 and 2006.
Am I close?
Go closer, go closer.
Closer.
There you go, guys.
There?
Yeah. What do you think? Which one would you pick? Let's see. Okay. I don't generally judge it too much on looks. I have to say that the Jade Star, the 2011 has more buds than this one. This one has more of those purple, more plummy brown, larger leaves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that this one is gonna taste sweeter because of the fact that it's got more of those larger leaves and it's older. This one's gonna have a little bit more of those acorny notes. Let's see. Let's heat up the guy ones or the teapots. Let's move these out of the way.
La, la, la.
Poor Buffalo didn't get much going on there.
I would give him some. Don't
We're going to
you worry.
switch it up now for the pig.
Aw, I was going to give him some.
No, everyone gets it.
All right.
Ryan, thank you so much for the super
Thanks,
chat.
Ryan.
Duck shit, take that YouTube. Booyah! Bypass the shit control by making sure that you make it a super chat.
I love it.
I love your styles. I love
Ambitious.
your styles. Oh, Jade Star 4, I get it. 4 stars, sorry. Wasn't quite with you. Got it.
Gosh,
Let's break
am I
out
so
this.
slow?
I want to give
yes.
a shout out to Martin and Rowan that I had
Shout
the
out to
great
Rowan.
pleasure of meeting. There are some up and coming Teaheads out there, guys. I'm telling you, some up and coming Teaheads that are really gonna put us to shame in the years to come. Rowan is one of them. And this little guy, Lyndon, Martin's other son, drew me this picture, which he named quite perfectly a Gong Fu monster. So the Gong Fu tea set, very much like, see, look, you can hardly tell the difference between the Gong Fu Guru and this, and it's a little monster as well.
It's amazing.
There you go. So that's Lyndon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Martin for coming to visit us. And again, as I said, him and his sons, especially his sons, man. Teahead next level coming at you. In about 10 years time, we can all sit back and watch them fly. Right.
Alrighty.
Let's give this a snifter.
I need to take some deep breaths before this Jade Star session. Why am I calling it Jade Star? Aged white.
Yeah, we can't call it Jade Star just yet.
We don't know if it's gonna be good. And let's face it, we've said no to a lot.
We've said no to many. I would say probably
Let's
about 20. We've had about 20 fails so far. Maybe we'll see if this one is a winner. Go for it. Sniff away.
Wait. Which one was which?
Oh, that one was the 2006 and this was 2011.
This is 2011?
No, this is 2006. This is 2011.
Okay.
Do you want to, where's your pen?
Oh.
Do you have a pen?
No, I don't.
Okay, just keep it that way.
Okay.
2006, 2011.
That, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Oh.
Oh.
This is kind of weird. I don't know if I like it. And I don't know if I dislike it. It's like, okay, this is gonna sound a bit weird, but it smells a bit like a detergent.
That's being cruel. It doesn't smell like a
No,
detergent.
but you know, there's a slight kind of fragrance about it that reminds me a bit of a detergent.
What do you mean by detergent? What's give me some like a pine detergent?
Yeah, a bit like that. Yeah.
It's got a pine note, but yeah, I know what you mean. Soapy pine notes.
It's more soapy, yeah, than just pine.
It's got a little bit of that whole sweaty feet thing.
Yeah.
Not particularly. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's got sweetness to it,
Yeah.
but it's got a little. It's kind of detergent and sweaty feet. So the two need to come together. Put it that way. This one. Oh, this one. Very, very different. I have more hope for that one.
Okay, that smells like a creamy sweet. You know, one of those
Chewits.
Chewits. Oh yeah. But more like custard Chewits, if that could exist.
Never heard of that.
No, but if that doesn't exist. But if you had a custard Chewits.
Matthew's saying, is it sweaty angel feet? No. It's definitely human. For sure, it's human feet. Fungal, did you say? No, come on.
No.
That's
I just felt like saying that.
This smells nice. This smells nice. I'm getting fruits. I'm getting a little bit of a nuttiness to it. That smells nice. All right, let's hit it.
That smells lovely.
All right,
Not so
97 degree water. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Don't have to fill it.
Oh, I was going to use that water.
That's all right.
Well, anyway.
Thomas loves Chewits. Custard Chewits. Is there custard Chewits? Back in the day, were there custard Chewits?
Ooh.
For those of you who don't know what Chewits are, you're clearly not from the UK. I don't think that they were from any other sold elsewhere.
Yeah, I never saw them.
Just some chewy candy. But they were kind of nice.
Artificially nice or alright nice?
Everything like that I thought I liked as a kid turned out to be artificially nice. Now I taste it and I go, ugh.
True.
It's one of those things where I go, oh yeah, it's nice for old time's sake. Let me taste that again. And then I taste it and go, no.
Like, what was I thinking?
All right, sniffed away.
Sniff
away.
Sniffed her.
We've got to move, people.
Yeah,
Oh.
see, woody.
This smells nice. This smells really nice.
Woody.
I have high hopes. I have really high hopes for this.
A little bit sweet.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit of a...
Like nectar. Sorry. What are we doing?
Okay.
You start.
That is really, really nice. Sweet, creamy. It's got like real kind of raw nuts, like raw almonds.
No, this
macadamia.
is totally those caramelly, custardy sweets.
Again with the custard Chewits. Again with the custard Chewits.
It's just what it reminds me of.
Let's brew it up. Yeah, that is really, really hopeful. That is really not.
Really not. We might be a bit mean, but that's just how we feel right now. Sorry, guys, but...
Well, who are you apologising
I don't know. I feel like I should.
You poured more water in that one, I think. You need to give it a little more time.
Oopsies.
To be fair. Okay. Let's break out these gong daos.
Oh my goodness.
What are you guys drinking? What are you on? Let us know. Let us know in the chat room what infusion you're on. How are you feeling?
Are you shaking right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Totally on the ball.
Oh my gosh.
What temperature water was this?
Rhubarb and custard sweet. That could be pretty close actually.
Pretty close.
Because it does have a fruity note to it.
Pretty close. You see?
That was Matthew Mitchell.
Hive
Nice
tasting.
one, man.
Hive tasting is always better. All right, let's taste the one that I think is less good first. 2006.
I love how you chose the tiniest cup we had. Did you want to?
You want to switch it up?
Ourselves?
We can do another cup.
No, that's fine. Let's
We can
pace
do another
ourselves.
cup,
Let's
you know?
pace ourselves.
This is not Jade Star 4 yet. We are tasting samples to see whether or not it's acceptable as a Jade Star 4. We've done 20 of these before. They've all failed to meet the muster. Can't believe I used that expression.
The muster?
Meet the muster. That's an expression, right?
That's a great one, yeah.
I think so. I wonder where that comes
so.
from. Meet the muster. Cheers, everybody.
Notebook. Cheers.
Cajun's drinking Oriental Beauty. Not bad, actually.
Which one did you pour?
This one. Sarabi is drinking Hokwe Infusion number 4. You lied to yourself. You said you weren't going to have tea and then you did. Anika's drinking a double portion of Silk Oolong. Sally Ito is drinking Darjeeling. Somebody was drinking Jingmai. It's going too fast.
Luke Stewart drinking dog poop.
Bruno's drinking Young Gushu. Something that Jeremy said, it's moving too quickly. We'll try and look back at this chat later.
Man,
this
you guys are
one
making some great stuff.
is actually not... Somebody's drinking straight out of the Gongda Bay.
So gangster.
It's Saturday night. You're the Gushu gangsters.
Do it.
I like that. The Brew Brethrens.
Yeah, so do I.
My Brew Brethren.
We're going to forget all of these. I know we are. Oh wait, it's recording.
Oh yeah. It's actually recording.
I actually feel like I'm just having tea with you.
Okay, so what are we thinking about this tea? Let's let's put our focus on. Oh, you don't like it? I actually don't mind it. It's not a Jade Star.
It's okay. Look, it has sweetness. Again, it's like that last Eastern tea. It has sweetness, but it's just the fragrance about it is for me just too light and a bit too boring. Boring is a very vague
no,
word.
No, it is boring. It's nice on the arrival, and then the moment it's in your mouth, you're like,
you forget it.
Do I need it?
You just don't.
Do I need this here?
Do I even need it?
Do I need it? Like
no, you don't.
It's nice. You get this rising aroma of slight plums and autumn leaves.
Yeah.
And then you swallow, and you're left with very little.
Yeah, plum is pushing it. I think, there is a sweetness, but it's just not left with much.
It almost has zero finish. It's just what we call clean.
I know that if I had it in my cupboard, I would not go back to it. I'd have it once and then I'd forget about it.
Yeah, agreed.
This is
2011.
Cheers,
Let's
guys.
taste this. Much better. Much better.
Much better.
Much better. I'm definitely getting a lot of sweetness now.
Yeah, a lot sweeter, a lot thicker, a lot less woody, much more on the nectar side.
Brew Brethren stickers. Booyah!
Yes.
Brew Brethren stickers, yes, maybe.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's got sweetness. It's got plumminess, but it's pruniness. It's got a little bit of dried cherry note coming through.
I'm
getting some varnished wood coming through. I'm getting a little bit of nuttiness. However, judging by her which is a that I know very well, it still has a big issue with its finish.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to a concert and somebody comes on and like they're about to kind of give a performance and they've got the good looks, they've got like the good stage presence, the music starts, it's kind of like you're getting into it, you're feeling like this is going to be good, or it's like a movie that you start and you're like, oh, I'm really into this, and then halfway through you're just like, actually, it's all show and not actually much substance.
I love it when you do that. When you create an environment, that's pretty spot on. It's just, you know what, it's just not as fruity as I want it to be, or it's just more floral than fruity, but like the florals are very light.
What floral is it?
It's a bit like, it's like very dilute honeysuckle.
Let's hit it with some more water.
Okay.
Honeysuckle, yeah, I get that slightly herbal honeysuckle note, a little
Very
bit of bitterness, but it's all about the fact that the finish is lacking.
Yeah, But the initial taste from it, you get this kind of thicker mouthfeel than this one, which is nice and sweet, but then it goes quite fast.
I'm intentionally mulching the leaves a bit to see if we can get more finish out of this.
Ah.
So I'm sorry, I'm not just prodding leaf.
How? That looks very appetizing.
I know, I'm sorry, but you know I've got clean hands.
You got clean hands.
Yeah, not particularly great. Oh, Ofek says, I never managed to pick up the smell of the empty cup. Any suggestions?
What am I doing? Am I rebrewing everything?
Yeah, rebrewing. And we pour these.
Both
pour these to the pig.
Both
of them, yeah. Yes, we are wasting some tea, but we want to try and see whether or not this is any good here. I know a lot of you probably horrified by this. Ooh, super strong infusion, like it.
Yeah.
But this is, you know, when we're doing sample tasting, we just need to roll through these infusions to see what we're up against here, whether or not it's something worth doing. Not picking up the smell of the empty gong dabao, I can't really advise you, because if you can't smell it, then you should be able to. One of the things is make sure that it's not steaming, because that'll just clog up your nose, but then at the same time not cold. There's like a sweet spot, which is why I'm always doing this, to try and take away the steam, but keep it still warm, and then smell. This has some nice smell.
It does have some nice smell, but I need to pour it now, so can I have it back? Thank you.
Cherry Coke.
What? Is that what you got from it?
Cherry Coke on the smell.
Oh,
really,
man.
really nice.
Like, close your eyes a bit.
Yeah, I've got leaf somewhere.
Yeah, just... You got tea leaves on your eyelid.
Yeah, it's my new makeup.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, tea leaf glitter.
Tea leaf glitter?
I'm a tea seer.
Oh, it's what?
A tea seer.
A tea seer.
That
sounds weird.
We are starting to talk nonsense. Right, let's do this.
Oh, hot. Hot. What tea made me so hot? Maybe the lights. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Whoa!
Yeah,
look at
it's
the colour
dark.
difference.
It's definitely dark. Okay,
That's
let's there's the leaf to water ratio is spot on here. Somebody was saying maybe it's the leaf to water ratio. I don't know. Prod the leaf t-shirts. Anyone? What do I have to say?
Prod the leaf.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Much stronger, more medicinal, more sweet, but the finish is still too short.
Ah, man.
And this is why we now. This is why you've got to brew it strong and really like see what it can do. Prod the leaf a bit. Prod the leaf. Sinensis eyeliner. Yeah, I like that quote.
This has now become like a stronger, like white peony. But again, for the amount of leaf and thyme, it's very light.
It's like you've taken white peony and combined it with some honeysuckle flowers.
Yes. Perfect. That is it.
Which is not something that I would normally do, and I don't really particularly like it.
So, that's a no. 2016, you lose.
No, 2006 loses. 2011, 6. You know what? I would give this to a good friend, but I wouldn't give it to my best friend.
It's not bad. It's almost.
It's almost nearly there. It's like, oi, oi, oi.
Oh, it's
but
almost
not
there.
quite. It doesn't quite make
the cut.
The cut.
It's a shame.
Yeah,
You know.
but we will give some giveaways of this. Do we have enough to do giveaways?
Oh my gosh.
If we don't have enough to do giveaways, then we will find some other aged white teas. As I said, we've got so many. We'll pick out the best of the bunch and you can taste them.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if you have enough. We might have enough for one taster.
We'll give 2 giveaways and we'll find some. We've got we're swimming in tea.
Of aged white tea?
Yeah, we're swimming in aged white tea samples. You've seen over there?
I can't remember now.
If we turned the camera around, you would see
It's just like piles of tea.
Piles. So,
but again, a lot of those are like this, where you just like, I don't want to go back
I'm
to
not
that.
saying they're going to be great. I'm not saying that. We'll find the best.
You're going to get a giveaway.
So we'll find the best.
Or a mediocre tea.
So we're going to call this, we can't call it Jade Star 4. You can't enter Jade Star 4 because that's just not true. We can call this, what was the word, what did we say?
Aged white?
Yeah, all right. Boring, but yeah, aged white. All right, aged white. Type in aged white and we will choose a couple of winners.
I literally took that. There was this thing inside here. I took it and it fell into there.
It's all cool on camera.
I don't think you guys saw it. That was too
Okay, they're typing JD4.
sorry.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever you type, as long as it's Jade Star 4, even though this is not Jade Star 4, or Aged White, we'll all be good. Go for it. No, we're not counting that.
Okay, got it.
All right, good luck out there, everybody. Good luck.
You can do it.
You can win an Aged White, which we don't particularly love, but will be good. You've got Alex, Enjol Raz, Sarah Schrader, Benedict L, and Petra and Spencer. Petra, you're getting good at this.
Man.
Do it.
2.
But you don't quite get it. Enjol Raz, write to us. Keep coming with the Aged Whites.
Rise. How do I rise?
R-A-S. Yeah, definitely. Losing it. Losing it. Okay.
Aged Whites. Okay.
One more.
Okay. On it.
Do it.
This is going to be a short one.
Short one's good. Right, we've got Andy Gunn, we've got Frankie's Canal, we've got Robert Scott, Perau, Lucy No, and Christian Rodriguez. And we've got Frankie's Canal.
Frankie's Canal.
Frankie's Canal.
Congrats.
I'm sorry if I am not saying your name properly, which clearly I am not. All right, Q&A, everybody. Anybody out there want to ask some questions? Straight up to you. I'm not going to go to my list of questions. Straight up to you. Any questions that you have, please do let us know. As I said, this is not a bad tea. I'm quite enjoying it. It's got a nice little minty aftertaste here in my mouth. But the finish just doesn't have this strength. I know this is not going to get me tea drunk. I know it's not going to give me that effervescent feeling.
Are you sure? You never know.
Well, you know, you're looking for that little bit more of a fermented thing happening.
I'm always scared with aged
I'm
wine.
glad you can't speak as well. It was.
Honestly, I am, because I mean, obviously it depends on you. Like, some people don't react to it the way that other people do, but it has reacted quite strongly with me before.
Right, let's do some questions. Okay,
Alrighty.
Sandra Vogel, a tea advent calendar. As I said before, we're not going to do one this year. We were planning on it, but it just got away from us. The time got away from us. You can make your own. You can just go. There are some empty ones that you can get. Sorry, I'm looking at all this and trying to answer you at the same time. There are some empty ones you can get. You can fill with tea, and you can do your own advent calendar. But we are not going to do one this year. Ofek, yes, it was me who answered your Instagram. Thank you for writing. That was a beautiful story that you told us. Femke, any rock oolongs coming? Yes, Femke, we've got a very special rock oolong. I think you will like it very much indeed.
What's it called?
Golden Turtle.
Yes.
It's coming soon.
It's delicious.
I think you'll like it probably more than most.
That answers
right. So that answers Jay Chiro's
84.
question. Scott Phillips, any future XXL t-shirts? If we do new designs, we'll do a few XXLs. Do you consider to stock Shibori Dashis? Shibori Dashis, yeah, I love them. I love them. They're so beautiful, but they are super expensive. Yeah. They are really, really expensive. Maybe we'll get some, but probably not for Christmas time. What would you consider to be the therapeutic benefits of tea, says Matthew Mitchell. Well, you want to talk about metadata studies. There are lots of metadata studies out there. There's lots of clinical studies out there. I've read through many of them. Some of them are much more restricted to the kind of laboratory stage, just looking at the in vitro effects of tea. A lot of them are focused on in vivo, in other words, actual results. I can say things like, for sure, the metadata studies show data that's something like if you drink a couple of cups of tea a day, you're going to reduce your risk of having a stroke by about 23%, I think is off the top of my head. That you are going to reduce the risk of having heart cardiovascular myocardial infarction by around 11% by drinking a couple of cups of tea a day. There's a lot of work that's been done on the cardiovascular system. So yes, there's certainly a lot of strong data there, but there's data across the board on a lot of different conditions. Yeah. Some of it is a bit woolly, some of it's a bit more defined, we probably will do some videos about that.
There's a lot of people that have good experience with health and tea. Like my dad, cholesterol,
Millions of people.
Yeah, it's good.
Is Celine's mum Chinese? Yes, she's Guangdong Ren. She's from Guangdong area, although she's
living in Hong Kong.
but originally from.
Yeah,
I put her on the spot.
And
Okay, let's just say Guangdong area, but you know.
I can't remember.
So, what is the strangest and most unique offbeat tea you've ever come across? I mean, when I first tried Amethyst GABA, I thought that was wild and crazy, and it's a real favorite. I do love it.
That's true. That definitely blew my mind. Although, when we found Little Tongmu, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, but that wasn't. Yeah, it was unique for its fruitiness for a black tea.
Oh, but in terms of like weird, is that what we're saying?
Yeah,
weird taste. Yeah, Amethyst GABA definitely was quite interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, too many here. Japanese black tea is great. We're going to taste a couple of them now. Catechins, amounts, and raw pua similar to green tea. Haven't done the tests, so I wouldn't know. I would assume so, but I don't know for sure. This is always the problem whenever you're talking about health. You've got to like be very careful because you want to make sure you give accurate information.
True.
One more question. What would be the best way to store Jade Star 3 for years? I would put it in an airtight container if possible. That's going to really boost the fermentation. In my, I don't have enough experience. This is the knowledge that I've gained from people that have been aging white teas for a longer period of time than me. And they say airtight is best. I kind of understand the logic of it, but then it's good to let the tea breathe and settle before you drink it. So don't just pull it out of the airtight container and then brew it. That's not gonna be as good as if you leave it for a couple of months. Thank you so much, Alexander Alois Holland.
Alexander.
I brought at least 6 persons into True Tea. True Tea Ambassador, hashtag True Tea Ambassador in the last 6 months. I hope that I've made their life a bit better. Please keep on spreading the word. We will keep doing it if you keep doing it, but we need you guys. With 400 people still in the chat room there or thereabouts, I'll give it a quick check.
Oh, yeah.
But it's probably dropped a little bit.
You guys are hardcore.
392, not bad.
That's
not
amazing.
bad. That's incredible, in fact.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible. So, amazing. Right, we are going to move on now to our last tea of the evening.
Yes.
It's going to be black tea from Japan, processed by the
lovely
one, the only, the lovely Marjolein, also known as me_Ma on Instagram.
Yeah.
You guys out there, a lot of you know of her, probably have seen her adventures in tea. She's a passionate ambassador of tea, a passionate lover of tea. She cannot get enough. And about a couple of months ago, so a long time ago, probably even more, she sent us a couple of samples of some black tea, which she has made herself. So she's in Japan and she was given a couple of bags or something like 20 kilos of a Yabukita cultivar tea and told to make black tea, to have fun and experiment. And we want to taste them and we want to taste them live. So no pressure, Marjolein. We're going to taste your black tea in front of 400 people.
I'm so excited.
I'm not sure if you expected this. But why the hell not?
Yeah, man.
And considering this is your first foray into black tea,
No pressure.
we figured, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So we're going to go small here because we want to give some giveaways. So we've pulled out our tiny guy ones.
Look at those.
Tiny guy one.
A tiny one.
They're probably about 50 mil, these guy ones.
I'll show you the difference with the ones that we have.
So yeah, this is the 100 mil. Oops, sorry, one sec.
Focus down.
That's it. So this is 100 mil, this is 50 mil.
Yeah.
I would say, or maybe 60 mil, something like that.
Something,
Tiny. So this is batch number 1 and batch number 3. For those of you who have been receiving Marjolein's gifts, for those in the know, lucky inner circle people out there, batch 1 and batch 3. This one is batch 1, looks very, very, very dark. Very, 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 very dark. And smells kind of like a rock oolong. And this one here is batch number 3. And this one has this kind of more chestnut browns, a little bit of winey red colors going on. Definitely less dark. And right now, I can't smell that much on it. So we need to heat up these tea wares. Did we not show them already? Oh, sorry. I thought,
We
yeah.
didn't show.
Okay, let's show them.
In it.
In it.
There.
There you go. So you can see the 2 teas there. Here we go. Let's warm up those guy ones. Let's do this justice. Let's not mess around with Marjolaine's teas. I didn't
90?
ask her. Yeah.
90
Warm
degrees?
it with 90. I think we're going to hit it with 95, looking at the size of those leaves.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Alright.
Oh, I love these little guy ones. This is like my first guy one. You know, this is easy to do the Spider-Man on. This is Spider-Man practice. And look, it doesn't even fill up one of these.
Oh,
So cute.
so cute.
So cute. Oh, so cute.
Yeah, these were gifted to us. It's very.
If you'd like us to get these in, let us know, and we can certainly get these in. Some cute, simple 50ml guy ones. Happy to do it for you guys if you want us to bring them in. Right, let's give this a schniftar. I did ask Marjolaine to write to us and to tell us how she made these teas, so I've got some information on this. I will try to bring it up, even though that means me mess. Oh, can we use your phone?
Of course.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, have a sniff.
Sniffy.
We're not going to be like.
Wow.
Look, we have to be honest.
I'm
right?
gonna be very honest.
You have to be honest. Can't mess around here. We've got to be honest.
You know what? It smells amazing. Like, to me, it smells something different, very interesting, lots of fragrance hitting my nose of like cherry and a little bit of burnt, like apples that's been put in the fire.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, apples been put in the fire.
Dark baked.
Dark
Almost
baked.
burnt apples.
But not so burnt that it's like smells like it might be bitter. It doesn't smell like that. It smells very fruity.
Oh.
Very.
It's got some fruit. It's got a bit of tobacco, that fruity tobacco notes to it. It's got burnt apples. It's got a little bit of, I don't know if this was charcoal baked, but I don't think it was. So this was made by withering for 3 days. That's an epic wither she did there because it was cold and wet weather. It's bancha, so it's no buds, just harvest leaves. And then after 3 days of withering, she rolled it over a certain number of times, 20 minutes, then rest, then 20 minutes, then rest. She really went to town with this. Then 10 minutes, then she oxidized it for 26 to 27 hours in bamboo, and then she dried it in a shelf dryer. So there's no charcoal here, but it's got a really distinct...
It's got like an oolong...
And a little bit of licorice going on there as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's smell this one.
Oh yeah.
Very, very different. Much more classical black tea aroma.
Oh,
Much more
yes.
classical. It's got that very nice brisk aroma. This was withered for 4 days. Again, another epic wither. She is... And when I asked her, she said it was cold and wet and the leaves just wouldn't soften. Because normally the wither times for black teas are much, much shorter than that. Tumbling, so she tumbled it in one of those tumblers for 45 minutes without any heat. Then she rolled it and then she oxidized it for 18 hours. So a lighter oxidation, you can see that. It's a lighter color, and then she shelf dried it. I'm really interested by this one.
I smell like
rinse.
caramel and butterscotch in that one. It's and shortbread. Like it smells really nice.
It really smells, I have to say, I was not expecting to have such a level of aroma coming out of it. Congratulations, Martin. I don't think she's watching because she's in Japan sleeping somewhere. But you know, if you're watching on replay, then replay.
Replay.
This is the rinse, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna smell this one first. Really, really nice. It smells like a really brisk, slightly lemony.
Wow, it's so mad that this is not roasted because it smells so roasted.
This has more citrus coming through. I'm getting a bit of those citrusy geraniums. I'm getting a little bit of fruit coming through here as well. I've tasted a lot of Japanese black teas, and I still think that the black tea production is a little bit immature in Japan. I'm sure there are plenty, and I've tasted some incredible ones. I'm not trying to say, but I'm just saying overall, I think that there's still a lot to kind of learn, but also because of the fact that it's more, I would say, a younger scene, there's going to be more experimentation, and that is a great thing, more experimentation. This smells like a rock oolong to me.
Yeah, this smells like a black tea.
Yeah, that smells like a rock oolong.
It's beautifully kind of fruity and malty at the same time.
I see a lot of people want the small guy ones. I've noted it.
I love it too. It's really
It's
cute.
great. It's like perfect. Look at that. It makes this look like a giant cup.
I'm so mad.
You can just do a one pourer, which we will do now.
Yeah.
That smells like a rock oolong. It's got all of those nice burnt caramel notes. I'm getting the rocks. I'm getting the minerality. I'm getting this just dark molasses note to it.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
Big time.
I think that these long wither times start to imitate oolong processing in many ways because you're allowing the leaf to sit with water in it, to ferment, to oxidize, to change, but without the roll. So you haven't crushed it yet. And that produces a different kind of range of flavors compared to rolling much more quickly after picking.
Okay.
Go for it. This has more of a Darjeeling kind of note, that freshness, that fruitiness.
Yeah, it does. I agree. Oops. Oh my
Crimson
god.
Sun wants 25 mil Guy ones. Man.
Wow.
A very common expression that we say, the more you love tea, the smaller your teaware gets.
Yeah.
I'm brewing this one because I really want to...
Yeah, I brewed that one quite long, so, you know. Give it
You
a
can't
chance.
see this, but this one is a lot lighter, as you'd expect with the
with
the colour of the leaf.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute.
It's so cute.
Okay, go for it. Let's taste the rock oolong one. We are approaching 2.5 hours. I know we're hitting our limit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure a lot of you are kind of, you got things to do or you've got to go to sleep, but just bear with us for a little bit longer. We're going to be doing a giveaway of, one giveaway, I think, of Mima's things. Pass it forwards, always pass it forwards. So stay tuned for that.
It's fruity and it's got that roastedness that a Dahong Pao might have, but it's very smooth.
Yeah. Smooth roast. It's got, again.
I would say the mouthfeel is a bit thin.
Yeah.
But the fragrance of it is very nice.
Yeah.
It's a very enjoyable cup.
I would say this is something that I would, if you gave me that to taste, I would say it's kind of a combination between a rock oolong, a little bit of amethyst gabba.
True.
Right? It's got a nice start through the nose. It's got some real burnt toffee notes.
Yeah.
Very much burnt toffee, a little bit of licorice. There's a spice to it as well, coming through the nose.
A little bit cinnamony.
Yeah, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of coffee.
A little bit of coffee. Yes, that's good.
A little bit of coffee coming through.
Not
really
bitter
well
coffee,
done,
but-
Mima.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you made a black tea, but but you definitely made a nice tea. It's very, very, very nice tea.
True. For a first time,
yeah.
like that's, to me, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So well done.
Impressive.
Very
Very impressive. I have to say. Very impressive. We're already starting to get some TeaMirrors coming through. I'm going to read one.
God.
Kevin Cubu is a chilled ruby black astronaut. Everyone wants to be an astronaut.
Oh, wow, that's
So
amazing.
he's a chilled ruby black astronaut playing videos in Japan at nighttime. I love it.
Beautiful.
It's
I can
chill,
so
like
much in
just
this.
chilling. I get your alter ego. I feel you. So keep them coming when you get them in. I'm not going to look at this now. Right. So yes, very well done, Mima.
Sounds like you'd be listening.
I'm
to
getting
shows
asked
now.
the very difficult questions. Would we stock it in Mei Leaf? Honest, truth, of course. No, I would not stock this at Mei Leaf. I think it
Oh
needs
my gosh.
more in terms of complexity, and I'm sure that Mima is not offended by that at all. This is her first attempt at black tea. If she made a black tea at her first attempt that would be accepted as a Mei Leaf tea, then really she's touched by the gods. But you know, it's a very, very nice tea, I have to say. I would really enjoy and I will continue to drink this tonight.
Sorry, I drank the rest of the cup.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
That's true.
Whoa!
I'm a bit...
Totally different. Try that.
What was that? Ah, I forgot my words. Never mind.
Bright, zesty, fruity, bit woody, a little bit, you know what? I'm going to say it. That tastes better than the competition grade Eastern Beauty. Try it.
Whoa.
You know, it's got that very nice, brisk, fruity, light, but getting floral notes through the nose after finishing.
It has the fruitiness that I wanted the Jade Stars to have. You know what I mean?
Marina's in the house.
Marina's in!
You made it back. Kind of tail end, but you made it back.
So happy to see
sorry,
you.
what did you say?
It has a fruitiness that I wanted the the aged whites to have, you know. It's very sweet fragrance that lingers. But the mouthfeel is still light.
Yeah.
But yeah, very...
What we're saying is really the level of fragrance and aromatics is beautiful on the start. Mm-hmm. It's leaving the mouth with a nice sweet finish, very sweet. Mm-hmm. Again, it lacks this kind of depth and complexity that you're always searching for whenever you're looking for a tea, where it's got those extra dimensions to it. Yeah. But in terms of, if I had tasted this tea sent to me by other farmers, I wouldn't select it as a Mei Leaf tea, but I would not be turning my nose up at it. I would say, oh yeah, it's nice, but not for us. Yeah. But it's very, very, very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's hit it again.
Yeah, and just so Clemo, we are drinking Mima on Instagram or Marjolaine's first attempt at black tea in Japan. She's making it in Japan, and it's really pretty good, man. it's really
and it's made from the Yabukita cultivar, which is again surprising me that it's got that, because the black teas that I've tasted tend to be from other cultivars than this one. So yeah, loving it. Will we sell Jinjin-mei again if we find it? We're constantly looking, but I will again not buy it unless it's a good one, and it's very rare. Most of the Jinjin-meis we get sent are the flowery type of Jinjin-mei. Very, very nice, kind of similar to this in terms of like the kind of flavor profile.
Oh my god, you're right.
You know, kind of.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we only buy the ones that are proper. Chocolate and rose. That's we want Turkish delight in our Jinjin-mei.
100%.
All right, people.
I brewed this at 85 actually.
That's good.
So should we leave it longer?
Go. Right. King Plum. I would love to get more King Plum. Those cakes are a bomb in terms of price. And we couldn't, there are no more of those. So we'll keep looking for those really, really exclusive teas. But keep your ear to the ground, people. That's all I'm going to say, because we have got some killer brews coming up your way.
Craig McKissick. Celine, if you draw my TeaMirror character, I get a tattoo of it. Man.
Don't make promises. Wait till you see it.
Yeah.
Wait till you see it.
Oh my god, the pressure.
The pressure. The pressure. So for those of you who missed it,
that's pretty cool.
TeaMirror is the competition, #TeaMirror. Make sure that you go to the website. There'll be an article. Let me just check that the article is online while I'm saying it. If you go to our homepage, oh, I didn't go to the homepage. If you go to our homepage and you scroll down, oh no, it's definitely not there.
Oh my
Hold
god.
on, it should be there. Oh
my.
It's at the front. It's right at the front. Homepage, right next to my face. My beaming face at you, it says TeaMirror competition.
Oh yeah.
And if you click on find out more, you will go and you'll see all that you need to see. Read it all so you know exactly what you need to do. If you have any questions, email us, we'll help you out, and then enter it in. Join the Rolodex of Teaheads. We're going to collect all these alter egos. Make sure you're part of it. We're going to create some sort of crazy scrapbook. I don't know what we'll do. But the most important thing is get your entries in. Definitely. You've got loads of time. You've got till the end of November, right?
And great.
How do you add the photograph to the form? Very, very simple. This is the most complicated part of it, but this is very, very simple. In Instagram, you have the stickers icon. It's like a face, the smiley face. Click that and then try to find an icon which looks like a gray circle with a camera. And when you click on that, it'll immediately show your face because you'll be looking at the camera. You know, do a nice pose. Take the picture, and then if you click on that picture after you've taken it, you can change it so that it's like a nice clear circle, and then resize it and stick it over the placeholder for your stickers so that everyone's card looks the same, and we can have this beautiful Rolodex of Teaheads out there.
Should I show this
Yeah, show
one?
them that. We kind of predicted it.
This is what I showed to my Mei Leaf team, which is basically, you see that little icon that is circled? That's like the little little camera under the sticker icon.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
so
I can't
just click
speak.
that one and
then
you
it
can,
works.
and you will do it.
It
Just
works.
try it out, play around.
It took me a while to figure out.
Don't be frightened of technology. Just go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Ask us if you need any help. Ask people if you need any help. If you're new to Instagram, then just like, just get involved. Don't worry. You're not going to get like taken over by Instagram. You're not going to have to like follow loads of people. It's not a stress. Just get involved and do as much or as little as you want. You can't use an existing photo because it needs to be a sticker. But if you do it on your desktop, so if you do it on Photoshop, then of course use any picture you want. Anything you would like to do, just get it to us with a picture. It doesn't have to be a picture of your face, as I said, yeah? Doesn't have to be a picture of your face at all. It can be a picture of anything so you can stay anonymous, of course. We want to make some sort of scrapbook of Teaheads. We want to collect all of your alter egos and create these characters.
Oh my God,
Who
can't
knows where
wait.
it will go? We might even become poor rappers. You never know. We don't know. We're leaving it up to you guys. We want to collect your alter egos. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest.
That
Right?
book could be huge. Like it could be like 400 people's worth of tea characters. How cool would that be? Oh my God.
I'm really impressed with this tea.
Oh wait, which one are you drinking? This
Sorry,
one?
I drank it all.
That's alright. Wow,
I'm really impressed with both
delicious.
teas.
Yeah.
Mima, hats off. First attempt,
Man.
you made a rock oolong, even though you didn't try to. Amazing. And you made a very nice, fruity, zesty, floral black tea that I think stands up against a lot of Japanese black teas that I have tasted before. Congratulations.
You definitely have
All right.
green fingers. It's amazing.
You're rooted in
You're
tea.
rooted
You're
in tea.
rooted in tea. You
You
know
got it.
tea.
You
It's
got
in
it,
your
girl.
blood.
You do it.
That's why you just felt it. You said, no, I'm going to leave it for
Magic
4
fingers.
days. I'm going to leave it to wither for 4 days. That breaks all the rules, but I'm going to do it because you feel the leaf. That's good.
feel it.
Right, so yes, this competition, I'm just going to make it very clear again. TeaMirror competition, please get involved and make sure you tag Mei Leaf and you hashtag TeaMirror so that we can find you. You need to be following us on the social media platform that you post it on, so make sure you're following us as well. We are going to be busy collecting, believe us, and we'll share ones that we particularly find funny on our story as well, or particularly poetic. Let's see who your tea reflection is.
Oh my God.
Last questions. Some questions and answers. We've been going for 2 hours and 36 minutes. We're going to wind
Is that
it
the
down.
longest time?
We say this every time. It's always around this time. Let's wind things down. We're going to keep drinking this tea. Ask us a few questions.
Giveaway.
Oh, giveaway. Thank you for the reminder.
Thank you, Thomas Moore.
So let's do this justice. Type in Mar, M-A-R, because that's the last part of her Instagram name. Thank you, Marjolaine, for sending to us.
Yes.
Type in M-A-R and we will select one winner because we don't have enough tea. One winner to get this black tea. And these black teas, they are very, very good, I have to say.
Right.
So here we go. We're gonna Contessami says, can we bring more yellow tea? We will, but there's only a very limited amount of yellow teas out there. Right, here we go. We've got Sarah Cordial, we've got Alexandra Verville Paris, we've got Arcane, we've got Brenda Sue Pruce, and we've got Johan Ulston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Go for it. Number 1, Sarah.
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah Cordial writes to us and we will get Mima's tea over to you. Right, let me quickly check my notes to see if there's anything I've forgotten to say. I think that's pretty much it. Any last questions out there while we drink one more brew? This session, I have to say, has been the right level.
Yeah.
I'm nicely toasted, nicely baked, but not overly baked, which I was last time. This is going to be a good evening.
I had to say, like, after the Huang Pian and when we were drinking the aged white, I was shaking it a little bit, but then it died down. Okay. So,
So you're all good.
We're good.
You're all good.
I'm good.
So it is
Well good.
20 to 11 in the UK. What time is it where you are? I'm guessing that there are some people that is much later or much earlier on Sunday. And
Thank you for joining us, guys.
Jennifer apparently has a 3-minute lag. Holy moly. We are trying to figure out a way to make these competitions better in terms of the giveaway, but YouTube, come on YouTube, give us some tools, something. Tea for Fit, water video, any comments?
Maybe what we should do next time is when
Not
we
much of a comment. Sorry, let me just say, water video, I know people are asking. I've got so many videos that I need to do, and water video is on the list. It's going to be part of the master classes, brewing lessons that we're doing, but we've got about 3 or more episodes before that comes up, I think. Are we going to have a bumbler moment today? Should we do this?
Yeah, let's have a bumbler moment.
Okay, let's have a bumbler moment. Everybody out there who doesn't know what a bumbler moment is, sometimes you just need to just stop.
A second.
Because, you know, tea is also about stillness. It's not all about all of this manic nature.
Taking a moment,
taking a chill,
not think,
having a 5 seconds of bumbler is like pushing a little reset on your mind. Very, very good.
Just like relax your muscles, just
be the frog.
Be the frog.
Be the frog. Ready?
Ready.
Bumbler moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That felt good. That felt good. Thank you, Matthew, for recommending the bumbler moment. Necessary in every tea session. Massiege is asking me this question. Is it true what people say that most Teahead are full of pesticides? Do you check them when they import them? We do some sample batch testing. We can't test everything that comes through. I understand the concern because there's so much Teahead being produced all across Fujian and the rest of Asia. It's one of the most popular teas, and therefore inevitably you're going to get a lot of low-grade commodity tea. I have to say again, when you are selecting your teas, select high-grade teas grown up in the mountains, high up in the mountains, spring picked. Make sure you're picking higher elevation, even though in Anshi it's not that high. And make sure you're getting young spring picked tea, and make sure you're getting it from farmers and producers that have a lot of respect for what they do, that are hand producing, and then you won't have a problem. We do some batch testing, just usually with new suppliers, usually when it's someone new, we'll do some batch testing. We've never had any issues with any of those. So yes, there is some concern about it, but especially it's just because of the quantity that's being produced. So again, always pick the top and you'll be okay. When will Celine's t-shirt be back
I wanted to say that.
Do you want to make some more of these? Because we get quite a lot of people asking for this.
Do you guys want this one?
We're getting, Petra was saying she wants that one. Everyone wants this t-shirt.
But I have to hand paint it.
We have to hand paint it, yeah, exactly.
all right. If you guys want it, I will do it. I will find the time to do it. Yes.
Matthew Mitchell says, what's the most underrated tea?
Underrated tea. Oh, I don't know.
There's a lot of overrated teas.
Yeah.
What's the most underrated tea?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
I always feel like Midnight Sun is sometimes underrated.
Yeah, I think he's talking about just generally underrated teas.
Generally.
You've stumped us,
teas,
Matthew.
maybe?
You've stumped us. I think Keeman.
Yeah,
I think Keeman's pretty underrated recently. I think that a lot of people turn their nose up at Huangpian sometimes because of that, and we've just shown that it's pretty good.
Yeah. True.
Is there a tea you hate? Well, we're going on the anything that's just low grade. That's
anything
what we don't like.
that we just don't want to drink a second time.
Yeah, any tea we hate. Any tea we hate.
Yes, when I've had that really crappy pu'er.
Yeah, fishy pu'ers, obviously.
Fishy pu'ers.
Really fishy pu'ers.
Awful. Like you just don't want to.
Alexander says hoji cha. I think you're right. A good hoji cha is very underrated.
Good one.
A good shomei is very underrated. Thank you, Jeremy. See, clearly we've got much brighter heads that are watching us. Martin, purple tea. You mean purple bud? I think. All right, guys. One last session of questions. Do you do groups of tea Ingrida? says, yes, we do tea tastings. We're doing, and if people invite us to do tea tastings, we can do it. We are busy. Please don't get offended. If we don't, if we turn it down, it doesn't mean, oh, squirty tea. Yeah, that's terrible tea.
Yeah.
Squirty tea is the bad stuff, for
still,
sure.
the poor still want that.
Yeah, for those of you who want to attend our Tea After Dark night on the 18th of October, which is in a couple of weeks, less than a couple of weeks, we're doing a tea tasting workshop in a couple of weeks, and we've got music by Monarchy. Vio Watu Watu is going to be performing great music, great vibes. We're going to try to transform the tea house a little bit into a nice late night vibes. We're going to make it a nice night. So if you're interested in attending that, then do email us, and we will make sure that you get on the list. There you go. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's time.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been the greatest of pleasures.
Yes.
To drink with you. I do like these guy ones.
They are cute.
Put their little hats up. So, all of you out there, all of you who stayed to the end, which is pretty impressive.
That is super impressive.
And we've still got over 300 people watching, which is insane for us. But, you know, I know that you are all Gong Fu ambassadors, and you are all true Teaheads. All 311 of you that are watching us, we want to say a big, huge thank you. Somebody says, am I late? What happened? A little bit late.
Just at the end.
So, we will bid farewell to all of you now. Yeah. And we wish you a wonderful, wonderful evening, a wonderful, wonderful continuation of your weekend.
Yes.
And as always, big love from London town to all of you. Come visit us. Come say hi. We will always try to make time for all of you Teaheads. If you come to London and come visit us, do ask for me. Do ask for Celine. We may be there, we may not be there, but we will definitely always try to come and say hi to you guys. We love you all, and you know, may your cup overfloweth with the most incredible teas out
and
there.
Angel's Dio.
And Angel's body odor. All right, guys, take it easy.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. It's been amazing, as always.
And we will see you for our big Christmas Mei Leaf session on December the 1st, where we'll be announcing the winner for TeaMirror. I'm going to...
Oh my God.
As soon as we stop streaming, I'm going to be spreading those blank forms around on all of the different platforms, and I want to start to see your alter egos coming back to us.
I'm going straight on Instagram after this. I'm going to check you guys out, your tea characters. Yes.
Love to each and every one of you. Take good care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will see you in a couple of months.